The Minister for Works, Oga Dave Umahi, don't come out, can't tell people talk. So you see this insecurity. Wow, now they use insecurity to stabilize President Tinubu regime. Not gonna no worry, eh? I beg, not gonna need to play politics or not forget, say no before intent on ABC is that. That's not what we're talking about this evening. Because you remember the former army spokesperson will be say the bandits or terrorists them arrest or kidnap, right? Now they don't demand. Say one of the reasons why they go use release them. Now, if it be say they release their members, they know they don't arrest in the past. That is why they're in detention. So they have to release some terrorists to free a former military spokesperson and a wife who be say they kidnap. Are we is Nigeria likely to indulge and oblige and do that prison swap? Well, that na question we be people they ask because remember what happened the last time during that Abuja Kaduna Railway incident, that attack when he be say we can't see Kuje prison break. We can't say na subtle. You know when that thing happened, the young men they talk, the kidnappers they talk say on our government no waiting we want. The next thing we see say checkpoints they near Kuje prison, no, but prison break happen. Some people come out. Are we to expect something like that to happen soon? This is not a question we could ask, just so that they could feel release or military commander and his wife. Well, people they wonder, say all of these things how I want it done, but not to forget. Say Nigerians don't they complain, still they talk on top of INEC head. Say INEC waiting on a they do. Why it be say on a no fit give us free and fair election? In fact, as I they talk to you, so many people still they check through their voters register for inside INEC portal. They say their details no day again. They don't their details they omitted. Why it be say INEC they quiet over the systematic omission or deletion of people data for inside their portal? This is another question. Is this a style wey be say they won't use to make sure say they disenfranchise some people so that they no go fit vote for this election? This question is serious well because people don't dey panic when we're concerning this with all of these and more issues. Now we're going to start discuss this evening, but not forgetting say we get a guest who's going to join us. Also, go look at the war where be say the primaries don't cost. This primaries, APC primaries na wahala. You go to NDC too, where people get hope for na wahala. So we'll get a guest who's going to join us inside the show to dissect these issues for inside party primaries and to talk about maybe how NDC will use or what did they even do for NDC Gongo to use cushion the nerves of some people then for inside the party. Well, all of this and more. Let me so go bring for this evening. Welcome to All This is Precious. Make a good drink water, drop cup, and come back. Stay with us. Really come. Good evening and welcome to Updates with Precious. Another beautiful day to bring on an updates of all the things that they share for inside our country, Nigeria. As it is a tradition, we could begin with some of the things and really share for on top of news or different news platforms this evening. On to say we're supposed to give on an update of all of these things and more. So looking at some of the updates of news across the dailies today. Okay. Michael Cecil, EFCC clears air on suspect alleged death in detention. So people they talk say this person there on a detention suffer till he die. Jonathan can't be blamed entirely for Boko Haram's activities. Buhari's aide Bashir Ahmed, are you even whining me? You're blaming him for what? And then let's not even go. Kebbi will not surrender to bandits. Governor Idris Naindi vow. Say true to God, we no go fit surrender to bandits. And then Nigerian army arrest popular TikToker bandit, popular TikToker and bandit Sule Yellow for inside video. That video there, but I can't show it because of YouTube policies because they touch around for that video, so I'm not gonna fit show am there. 2027 Enugu's endorsement of Tinubu demonstration of political maturity. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you guys are politically mature. Yeah, so Enugu 2027 crowd supporters, dignitaries gather to endorse Tinubu Mba. Okay, and then former ADC House of Reps aspirant Bashir Geda defects to APC in Kebbi State. Kwara PDP berates APC chairman's claim of Governor Abdulrazak's scorecard. The scorecard is not scoring. And then Obi Obedience would attempt to refute that Anambra was insecure during his tenure. Eh, eh. Was he insecure during his tenure? Okay, then how did he handle it? And then he served for 8 years. 2027, may usher in political order unlike anything witnessed in Nigeria. LP Chieftain Easy, 90 talk this one. And then let's move on to other issues still in politics. Tinubu directs FCCPC to dismantle monopoly of South African firm in Nigeria's airtime data lending. So say this one will be say South African company now get monopoly of airtime lending. Gwang, 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 gwang. We're gonna stop them. Stop it now. Okay. Who one day in charge? Let's remember there is huge money begin where they happen for inside that particular industry. We some investigative journalists on the talk said they will expose on. David said that. Now, Nigerian government misses oil revenue targets by 2.79 trillion naira as fiscal pressure steepen. Governor Eno calls for timeline on execution of Ibom DC port project. You don't want it to be like a promise that will never be fulfilled. Why are you asking for timeline now? I don't promise you Allah now, make him fulfill. Anytime he fulfills this is fulfillment. It doesn't matter now. But let's move on. Second batch of Ogun Hajj pilgrims arrive Gateway airports. Bola Tinubu's re-election momentum grows as Zak Oji leads medical outreach solidarity. Let's move on. Nigerian Navy at 70. That bandits gunned down 3 road safety officers in Kebbi State. That is, they killed 3 road safety officers in Kebbi State. Health authorities seizes 20,000 crates of expired Coca-Cola products. Crazy. And then let's go on. Man feared dead as residents struggle to rescue him from flood in Delta State. I saw that video. My heart was in my mouth. See why Danjuma, what you do, your village people for Delta State. Oh, this was so scary. Hey. That is, you did watch your life be flash before your eyes, and there's nothing you can do about it. They tried their best to rescue him, and it appeared practically difficult to get him out of the flood. I saw that video. My heart just go out for that man. So looks like they never really did, or succeed in bringing him out. Now, wow, this is really very scary. And this is just a question of Nigeria. And this is the governor. The governor of the state was on social media the other day and saying that everybody must support him. They say, they talk the other day to the media that everybody must support him and his candidates. And he's doing well in Delta State. How you do well, Sote, remember, say, go tackle flood issue and road issue and other issue we get to do with drainage for inside your state. We feel lead to a lot of loss of lives, and we go don't lead to the loss of this man's life right now. So in the way our leaders sometimes just get it, but all the things they do well what you do. The example of do well what you do for Delta State now, waiting they say we see for you see for abroad where you travel. The kind of good work where you praise yourself, say you do. Now waiting you do. Now waiting you see when you travel. Because people are saying that when they say they've done well, they're praising themselves and all that. Do they ever imagine that the kind of work where say they do, it is comparable with at least quarter, even half of waiting it be say their counterparts they do for other countries, or waiting they see for other countries. At least when you praise yourself, you go praise yourself in comparison with what you see for developed countries or developing nations. Most of these politicians are very widely traveled. So why do you praise yourself against the benchmark of waiting day for other countries? At least a little. We'll not say give too much, a little. And then you're praising yourself, you did well, and it's Tinubu that gave you the money to do well, and people must support you and support Tinubu. Every Delta person must do that. And now people don't die for inside the state. This is really painful to watch. It was so painful watching them struggle to bring out this man. And it was just hard. It was just hard. Hey, God. And if the people would even help and know they care for the flood, we even carry them during together. But make I just show you a bit of that video, make you see the real life struggle of the average Nigerian for inside. That's it. See if I have it.
God save him. God save him. This man, when they this motor, no people come outside, go follow them, they drag this person. This kind of problem rain be this one, God. This guy should go back. Make that guy. Tony, no enter there, oh. Tony, no enter there, oh. Tony, tell that guy where they make you come out. Tell this other guy make you come out. That water go carry him. Something is holding him. Tony, something they hold him. That pole fall on top of him.
They can't bring him out. The flood no green.
Make them
They not
see
putting
people
him
hold
out.
am like this inside this water, God of mercy. What is
Oh
this
God.
again?
Hey. Mhm.
From that side though, from that side. Make the water carry am. Side the carry am dey go, you deal down with the flee. I just don't try. No, ma, me not start this person there. Wait, from that side dey flee. The only head that they see now from that side. Pole. Yes. Under this gutter. Yes, mama. From there they can only head and the hand that go to me not start this person there. Jesus. I say go na come put hand. Go na come down. Go na come put hand. Help drag this boy. Hey. Jehovah, wetin be this one today? Wetin be this one today? Make it be say na water e dey drink.
This is really very, 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 very sad. Very sad incident. It makes me very teary to see person they go through this kind of situation like this, and that flood. It was very difficult to bring him out. They still they tried to drag him out. And you heard what the lady said. That now the water drag him from gutter from another place. Now the drag him far distance. Now the water pull and reach there. When just they see only a head and a hand, and they tried. Only his head and hands were visible, and so people around this other area now just tried to get a hold of him, his hands, to pull him out. But it's so difficult. You can see how they're struggling to pull him out. It's so difficult to pull him out, and this is really sad. Well, this happened in Delta State, by the way. So we hear that there was panic in Delta State today, Saturday, as passers-by struggled to rescue a man being swept away by flood. Now, the incident occurred, I think, after a heavy rainfall in the Okwanam area of Asaba, Delta State, the Delta State capital. So this incident, it's very hard. So when you say Nigeria should not happen to you, this is one of the prayers. God forbid that Nigeria happens to any of us, because I don't know how waiting this man go, waiting the family of this man won't talk now. And if the flood just sweeps him away, they no go. This is total case of disappearance. Where they won't find and go after the flood. Where they won't find and go. Nigeria is a scary movie. It's scary. Honestly speaking, I don't even want to imagine this. This not even full grown man now they go through this. So imagine a child where they caught in this rain. Imagine Peking where they caught in this rain. We see the BC if you go through. Well, this is the reality of things we see they happen for inside Nigeria. So when people cry and call on good governance of on things to happen and change for inside the country, not because of say they hate government. I don't hate government. I don't have a business hating anybody in government. We just want this country to be better. Do you not see? We just want the country to be better. Give us something where resemble what you they see for the countries where they go. Give us within resemblance small. That's all we want. Not just abandon us like that. Give us something where they like waiting with the sea small. Oh, Jerry, let me not bore you with this. Let's go to another headline very quickly, please. All right, so moving on to other headlines. Ex defense spokesman ex-defense spokesman abductors demand release of members seized livestock and other issues. So we hear said the abductors of retired Major General Rabbi Abubakar, a former director of Defense Information, and his wife have released a video showing the couple in captivity and outlining conditions for their release. So the couple were abducted along the Maraba Mosawa Kafinsuli Road in Matazu local government area of Katsina State, near Zarakin Bauri village. So, in the 4-minute video circulating on social media today, Saturday, Abubakar's wife conveyed the demands of the kidnappers, which included the release of the individuals identified as Sani, Aminu, and Nasiru, as well as the return of livestock allegedly seized from them. This, according to Daily Trust newspaper. Now, according to her, 2 of the detained individuals were arrested in Jikamshi, while the 3rd was arrested in Kano State. And the demands, that is the audacity for me. They are demanding that they must release these people will visit that dog. To appeal to the Katsina State government and leaders of 5 local government areas to facilitate the compliance of the demands of the abductors, so that they go feel release them. In case you don't understand the grammar, she did beg the Katsina State government, she did beg the local government chairman then say I beg, may they answer the demands of these abductors then so that they go feel release them. The year, the shock abi. So that is they should release criminals, release their livestock. It's hard, but then what do you even tell somebody who's basically on a death row with kidnappers? So you see, at the end of the day, this thing they go round. And this na person will be saying oh pata pata before family. Well, make we go here within the Bible they talk. Make we go here. To think of the fact that these are the same people that tomorrow will say that they've repented and allow them to still roam around the society.
To
Watch her
shi
video
ne
where
muke
she was
kawo
making that point.
kukanmu muke kawo ƙorafinmu ga gwamnati. Gwamnatin tun daga gwamnatin jiha zuwa ta ƙananan hukumomin da ta shafi wannan yanki. Gwamnatin jiha His Excellency Duk Raɗa tare da ciyamomi na yankin Matazu, Musawa, Kankiya, Caranci, Kusada. Muna roƙon ciyamomi guda 5 kenan. Muna roƙon ku taimaka don Allah suna da ƙorafinsu akwai yaransu guda 3 da aka kama masu wanda ya haɗa da Aminu da Sani da Nasiru suna hannu da kuma sauransu suna son a sako musu su tare da kuma dukiyarsu shanunsu da tumakinsu wadda aka kama masu muna appealing don Allah don annabi duk wanda ke da hannu a cikin wannan da yake da iko da Allah ba shi iko a matsayin shi na shugabancin jihar mu ta Katsina muna roƙon ku arziki ku taimaka mamu ku sa hannu a biya wannan bukata saboda mu ma mu samu biyan bukata su sake mu waɗannan bayan Allah yara guda 3 a taimaka an kama guda 2 a jikamshi guda ɗayan kuma shi an kama shi daban a ƙasar Kano to muna fatan shugabannin da ya shafi wannan dabbobin a hannunsu su taimaka su sako yaran nan sai kuma dabbobinsu da aka su ma kama masu suna roƙon arziki don Allah a dawo masu da su in aka dawo masu da su kuma za a zo a zanna a samu sulhu saboda ana son a zanna yankin ya samu zaman lafiya ga kowa da kowa ga talaka ya ji daɗi a dawo ana noma kowa ya yi walwala cikin kwanciyar hankali ba fitina ba tashin hankali abinda muke roƙo daga gare mu kenan dukkan kutun daga mai girma gwamna zuwa camomin nan da ya shafi yankin su guda 5 muna roƙon ku taimaka mu dan Allah dan annabi
bayani akan haka shine na ainihin su wannan wannan sun ba da gudunmuwa sosai na kare wannan yanki kuma
bandits do not deserve any reconciliation. What they deserve is to send them to Almighty Allah, let them go and reconcile there. That's all. Call on Wahidan. Anyone that engages in banditry, kidnapping, killing, ransom taking, send him back to Almighty Allah, let Almighty Allah go and reconcile him. Not here. You want to tell me that someone that killed my father, you say you forgave him, you're repentant. Me, I will be looking at him in the community. Wallahi baze yuba. Kole say, I am no rogo follow. Somebody killed my father or killed my relative. You now said he's a repentant bandit, you forgave him. We will now meet in the mosque. Sami Allahu liman hamida. Not Babedal Kiyama. When government is serious to fight crime, wallahi, what we need is a special court with special laws. Whoever engages in killing of Nigerians, let him be sent to the great beyond. Almighty Allah mentioned in the Quran, إنما جزاء الذين يحاربون الله ورسوله ويسعون في الأرض فسادا أن يقتلوا أو يصلبوا أو تقتلوا.
Sincere apologies. Can you guys hear me now? He said no audio. I didn't realize there was no audio. I'm just seeing all of these messages. Sincere apologies. Can you hear me now? Is it audible enough now? Can I be heard now? I'm so sorry. It didn't occur to me at all. I have to cross-check to be sure that I can now be heard. Wow. I didn't realize at all that. Oh, Sincere, we know they hear you, precious. On a scene, they hear me till now. Yeah, this is Bado. Can you hear me now, please? So what went wrong? Trying to troubleshoot. But did you ever hear me from the beginning? So how come you guys could hear me from the beginning and can't hear me now? Oh, so how come you could hear me from the beginning and didn't hear what's going on? My village people, wasn't they happen? How come you could hear me from the beginning and can't hear me now? But I hope you heard what the man said in the video. I hope when I hear what's in talk for inside the video, I hope that video was audible. I hope you heard what he said. I'm so sorry. Sincere apologies. I don't know what happened. Everything seemed okay here, but I don't know what happened. Even though I just had to quickly change my audio device, but then that wasn't actually the issue because I used the same audio I used when I started in the beginning. So sincere apologies. Well, that's what he said. But then moving on to other issues very quickly. Now, I'm in Major General, school children, all in terrorist captivity, but you don't care. Nigerians knocked Tinubu APC over focus on 2027 re-election instead of securing the country. As insecurity ravages the country, people don't say, wait. Army General, school children, Nigerians from across group. These school children, now just they use to give one, people don't date there since I don't give an instance now for Borno State, for everywhere where they don't do since. Nobody they talk. Nobody. I mean, if we can be quiet all along for the Borno 416 people we did there since, would they quiet for the 176 people from inside Kwara State World community and other people we don't they not be the Equa church members who didn't kidnap since now? Yes, they don't kill some of them now. They've killed some of them already. So if we can be quiet about it since, maybe quietness could just wash up people's mind. We'll just use politics distract on and all that. People are saying he doesn't have conscience. Don't have conscience. But the other ones since. That's what people are saying. Well, that's what this says. Now, God's seeing them wherever they hide. David Umahi calls for nationwide prayers for abducted Oyo school children. Defense Tinubu's security. Make I quickly show you what's Oga Umahi talk there because go good maybe saying my mouth on a hear him. So make when I hear quickly what's Oga Dave Umahi on a guy talk. Take a listen to him very quickly.
Thank you, President. What is the national discourse now is the issue of security and insecurity. When people, that call themselves extreme politicians, insult the president and, talk about insecurity as if the insecurity just started within the administration of the president. It's very unfortunate because security is the job of everyone. The security, should not be politicized, should not be organized. Why is it that any time we're trying to have an election, there is, heightened insecurity? This is very, very unfair. Because anybody that takes the life of others under any guise, God is watching and God is going to pay back. And so, if anybody has hands in insecurity because the person wants power, God will resist such a person. God will resist such a person. So we stand with the president, we pray for him, we walk with him, and this phase will also pass. We will win our election by God's special grace. The boat is already on sail, it's on high sea. We are experiencing turbulence, but the president has been able to stabilize the boat in so many directions. The macro economy is stabilized, the naira is stable, and we are descending the gains of the reforms to the micro level. And this insecurity will also be solved by this president. And we all be grateful to God Almighty. Because when God has called you, because power and might belongs to God, there is nothing anybody will do. What is happening is that God's glory will be amplified, and Nigeria will be taken again, and there will be peace and prosperity in the land. We continue to pray for all our students who are in captivity. God sees them wherever they are hiding, and their hands will be loosened by God, and they will return our teachers and students and our brothers and sisters that may be in captivity. My confidence is in God that this place will also come and pass.
All right, so God sees them wherever they're hiding. God will touch the heart of the kidnappers. Exactly the same thing with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu talk and all that. Do you know that some of those children don't die gradually? There was a report earlier today or yesterday that one of the picking them, I think a girl that wasn't feeling too well in the morning of that incident, say the mama said she'd been in the wrong fever, but they just give us more drugs. So yeah, the go school. No worry, when you come back, you take proper medication. They follow for people. She follow for people who didn't kidnap. And that girl we heard has died. And we heard that the kidnappers called and said that they weren't the one that killed her or that she died in their watch because she wasn't feeling well. So remember, I said this earlier that not a lot of them go feel survive the harsh condition. And they may not want to even tell you how many have died so that una go feel meet their demand. Because there is did you see what they did to those children, especially those who they use rubber, they burn for their back? Do you know what fire injury is like? Do you know the kind of water we're going to come off for their body? Then for that kind of environment where they won't become decontaminated, do you understand what those children are going through? And then the most we can do is that anybody waiting on my head talk, anybody waiting time don't reach, nothing we go feed do about them. Oh wow, God forbid, but why your children time no reach in this manner? Why your children time no reach like this kind of manner? Because this particular thing is day avoidable if we did the right thing. If we give better punishment to people who be terrorists, it will serve as a deterrent. The essence of punishment now to block the next person we won't do crime, make them know say no go there, it go hard. So when you release and give them amnesty or whatever it is you give them, what makes you think that the next people no go one go? Because they feel that there is no enough punishment. So yes, this is avoidable. That death, the death of anybody who be said and kidnapped, they're totally avoidable. And it's in the hand of government. Government could, just like waiting Oyedepo talk yesterday. If now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, Sheyi Tinubu, then kidnap, are we going to be like this and saying we should pray? Are you telling me that if it's Sheyi that was kidnapped, they'll say pray? Prayer will not work at that time anymore. Action and prayer and then go work at that time. But because na poor man Pikin, we're asking that we should pray. Anybody will be in time, there's nothing we can do about it. God forbid that any of us will be part of this anymore moving forward. Because it is really very sad. It is sad and insensitive on the part of people in power that this is the most we can do to tell Nigerians, more like make on take them by feet. There's nothing we can do about it. There's everything you can do. There's everything you can do. I beg, no vex, I beg. Make I just no talk because I guess they wait for me for corner, Jerry. Make I no make on a vex. Insecurity reigns if you can't fix Nigeria. If you can't fix Nigeria, sorry. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's what someone said. Then someone else said insecurity also resign if you can't fix Nigeria's insecurity issue. Apostle Suleiman 90 talk this one now. So everybody did say resign and why insecurity they reign for inside the country. But let's move on to another conversation here. Okay. Moving on. Yeah. We talked about this already. A vicious couple Effiong called the Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the wife. Why are you doing that? How can you call up president and his first lady vicious couple? Why now? He said if say they greedy and they lack zero empathy. and then be power grab, then get power grab mentality. Why are you calling them like this now? Say they just focus for 2027 election campaign and forget about what in APC people they go through at all. Or stop it now. This is our president. But moving on, this is systematic disenfranchisement. Nigerians call out INEC chairman Joash Amokwito over missing voter data register fraud and other electoral irregularities. People say that they try to go register for their PVC. Most of the centers, they no fee go, they no fee register. Some of the centers then they close, some way even they open. Out of 1,500 people, they could just attend to 5 and 10, say then get network issue. And then Nigerians are checking their status for inside INEC portal. Guess what? Some Nigerians say they check. I'm not going to say most because I don't get the statistics. Some Nigerians say they check. They find out, say, their registration status no day again. So that means they may not be eligible to vote because for INEC portal, they show say they not be registered members. Meanwhile, they had their PVCs. They get their PVCs, but show say they registered. It shock you? Well, this is Nigeria. A healthier Nigeria is a new Nigeria. P2B dipping skulls on healthcare and insurance reform after meeting US medical experts. And then you did not have motherly love. Premier Ayodele knocks Remittable over nonchalant attitude towards abducted young school children. Says she was busy distributing cars for political campaign. You don't even care whether people die or not. And then terrorists impose 40 million levy or 40 million naira levy on Kebbi farmers before accessing farmlands. Say no payment, no entry. You know go farm, you know go enter. It shock you. Bring back our children. Asisat Oshola condemns abduction of Oyo school children, demands immediate release. Now, talking about the abduction of the school children, make I show you some of the drama we see they happen for inside Oyo State there, as EBC then catch some people where they talk, say, two incidents. One they catch, according to them, say some Fulani men with their AK-47 rifles and all that, and their champs help them make the no fit escape run. Then the other one, they caught a woman who appears to be physically, I beg your pardon, who appears to be mentally deranged. But as a matter of fact, her head correct. Well, guess what? She's an informant to some of these bandits. And of course, she come to help them survey. She give them information on the surveillance of the land and the area. They give them feedbacks. Okay, now here it's. And so he did. But she act like she be mad person. It shock you? Wow, this is Nigeria. Nigerians study the use against them. So you see that now the way BC this people they use get information, you wonder how they use know the nooks and cranny of the village, everything will happen. Meanwhile, this one are the ones that way BC they catch they say they carry AK-47 and charms and what they use on them make them the no Well, now when they don't be apprehended, we don't know what in ABC could happen next. But the fact that they caught them with some AK-47, waiting government go do or waiting police go do if they catch them with them. And here now people for inside Plateau State say, you know what, we don't tire to bury people. How many people
So
want
please, when
bury
I'm
somebody?
speaking, don't think I'm here to just speak big grammar and leave and nothing will happen. I am pained by what has happened here today. One of the people that are here, they killed his brother a few years ago, someone that was working very dearly with me. So people don't be speaking and be murmuring when I'm speaking, as if I'm here to speak political talk. I am very pained by what has happened. I cannot be attending funerals every week. Who wants to attend funerals? Whether you know the person or you don't know the person. I didn't wake up this morning or this week intending to come for a funeral, especially when it's not that the person was sick. Somebody is living a healthy life with his family and they just come and kill them needlessly. Who is happy about it? Whether you know the person or not. So whoever is speaking and murmuring when I'm talking, please stop it. I'm a human being too. I live here in Barikinladi. My mother is here in Barikinladi. My family is here in Barikinladi. It can happen to anybody. When this thing happened the other day, I was thinking of evacuating my mother from Barikinladi. Why do I want to feel that way? So people don't think that I'm here to speak big grammar. As a government, we are trying our best. It is not easy. Even the president of Nigeria is not finding it easy. Do you think he sleeps well at night when people are dying every day in his country? Who likes people to die? Who wants people to die? Nobody. What is the gain in killing people?
Then why are we not punishing, giving proper punishments? Why we need to give proper punishments? Why are we not coming out with all our minds? Why it be say if somebody talks something bad about government, they can root out one person, they feel root out all the forces to come hunt you. But these people did you know that bandits they did for 2 days now they've been doing giveaway? Before I use annoyance stammer. Do you know they've been doing giveaway? They do give away. Nigerians give account number. They send money to account number of Nigerians. I just didn't want to give out that information because I don't want to demoralize people. It is that bad. So how is it that these people who kill and destroy are on TikTok doing giveaway? That is, they go that same TikTok, then they go feed day, carry knife, behead human being. And we cannot get them as easy as we get somebody who criticizes government. What are we even talking about? All of us want this country to work. But can we just see proper punishment given to these people and the government releasing their might on them the way that they release on people when they criticize government? Or are we now referring to critics of government as the terrorists and then now calling the terrorist bandits a pet name, bandy, and then treating them as though their offense not that difficult, not that bad? This is really painful. So why I understand any government official trying to support and encourage it in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu they do, but we need see he didn't have any reason to maintain that what did they call him, that amnesty operation safe corridor where BC Buhari started. He didn't have any reason to maintain it. He didn't have any reason. How can somebody kill and destroy? And you keep person. Did you see when a foreign journalist went to this operation safe corridor camp? What did they rehabilitate them? I was asking you, how many people you don't kill? This will say you don't kill up to 100. This will say you don't kill. These are people that are rehabilitating. These are people that we're rehabilitating. People that have killed XYZ number of human beings, including beheading. And you say it's okay to rehabilitate them. And the government thinks that that's the best thing we can do. Come on. So I'm not sure say there any amount of excuse we will go make, we go calm the nerves of Nigerians where they vex over this issue. Except government acts and act very fast. People are losing their homes. How is it easy to even explain to Nigerians, use this Oga for Plateau State, that I'm sorry I had to stop that video halfway, I'm sorry. But how is it easy to explain to Nigerians that some of them cannot access their ancestral homes anymore? Because some people were from a particular extraction of life, they don't occupy their hometowns. And the government cannot help them to access their homes. That is, the people they powerful past governments. Because now the responsibility of government to protect the lives and property of human beings. So government just give up, if you protect those people communities again. People even renamed the communities. They did not just take over their communities, they renamed their communities. And government is helpless, if you do anything about them. It cannot take, those people are just wallowing in IDP camps. without free education, without proper healthcare and free healthcare. When they were displaced from their hometown because of the ineptitude of government. Let's take note. This did not start with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But we can do better, and he too can do better to alleviate the pain of these people and to help them access their homelands again. Now we'll get all these foreign troops, then we get partnership with Turkey, we get with US. Waiting happen, we'll not give them commands. They chase all these people, where they these people, their ancestral homes, so that people can access their homes back. And we're saying there is no target on Islamization or taking over communities. How can we say there is none? When clearly some majority of these communities we don't overrun, the Christian communities. And we're finding it difficult to give them back the community. Why would we say that there is no Islamization agenda? When people, if this demand by the terrorists now true, because I don't know if it's true, they're demanding that you change Oyo State's law and implement Sharia law in Oyo State. That's part of a demand. And we're still shocked. So the president he gets a lot where BC go fit do to use unbiased the minds of people for all this issue. Because it did too much. It's in too many coincidences where it did very difficult to explain to Nigerians and how we go feel clearer. Well, I beg you, make I just go bring on some more to read them when it happened. Oh, by the way, talking about wickedness in high places. You see, these Nigerians say we're very, very mean and wicked to ourselves. So, and that's why some people say that we're a reflection of our leaders who are not degree, because I don't believe Tinubu and Buhari contest this election. UK court jails man for life for stabbing friend to death over debt. Person owe you money, stab him to death. US doctor discharged from hospital in Germany after surviving Ebola contracted in Congo. Wow. And an anti-craft agency, EFCC, claims Benue teenage suspect, Seisu, was killed during shootouts. And then lawyers' rights groups petition Oyo Police Command over violent attack on journalists, protesters by Sheyi Makinde's aid. And let's see what we have here. Air Peace grounds aircraft, cancels Warri Lagos flight following bird strike. This bird strike don't really cause them plenty things. So Iran accuses US of blocking World Cup participation after denying visas to officials. And let's see what we have here. One Chance Syndicate arrested in Abuja after 18-month surveillance. Drugs kills victims after transferring funds. One Chance, another menace for insider society. And Enugu's Ivy Valley massacre. After 76 years, Nigerian court orders UK government to apologize, pay 420 million compensation. I don't know why they never say tell UK government. US military downs 4 Iranian drones near Strait of Hormuz. Strikes radar sites inside Iran. And then panic at Badagry Beach as security operatives discover weapons on Fulani men in Lagos. Yeram. In case you don't hear them well, make I just give you a brief of that story, make it for free here. So we heard that tension gripped a beach in Badagry, Lagos State after security personnel reportedly recovered weapons from some motorcycle riders or riding men identified by witnesses as Fulani during a security screening exercise. Now, a video that was circulating online on social media showed a large number of men arriving at the beach on motorcycle while security operatives conducted searches on them. Now, the discovery sparked concern among beachgoers. Many of them feared the presence of armed individuals in a location regularly visited by families, tourists, and fun seekers. So in the video, a narrator expressed alarm over the development and commended the security personnel for securing the beach and, of course, doing its due diligence. So, bottom line, they say Fulani heads, some guys of Fulani extraction with a ride bike, we carry gun, access the beach with AK-47. And you'll be wondering, waiting people they do with AK-47 inside Lagos State. This is not Lagos, it happened. Oh, by the way, speaking about some things so ABC will feed you for Nigeria. First of all, make I show you this video of some protests.
Number of soldiers.
Nigeria.
Look at the number of soldiers. Tinubu, you are a wicked president.
Are you happy?
Look at, sir, officer, we know you people are not happy. We know you are not happy to do this job now. Do you know the number of soldiers they send their videos to me? Every day, soldiers are dying. Police are dying. Every day. Every day. Look at the number of soldiers and police they used to block us for coming to speak. Nobody is saying they are going to touch anything. We have been law-abiding. Nobody broke anything. Nobody fought. But they are not allowing us to go close to them because the evil people are inside that Aso Rock.
The law says freedom of movement, freedom of association. But in this same country where that law governs us, we can't move.
There is no freedom.
To the Eagle Square.
There is no freedom.
What is the law saying against these illegal governments? Now, the same brothers and sisters that are dying every day, they're the ones sending to come and fight.
My brother, you don't blame these armies, you don't blame the police. We are using them to send the message because they give them order. And that is why we are using them also to send the message to them, to the useless chief of defense staff. Chief of defense staff came and told us that Boko Haram are free to join us. Boko Haram are our brothers. That means he is a bandit. The chief of defense staff is a bandit. That's why he has a ghost to come and tell us that Boko Haram are also part of us. Which country? What a country where people cannot protest freely. How will you feel? Respect them. Organo the black. Respect them. A man is with God talking to you. Calm down. What's wrong with you? He talked to you kindly. You move. Look at your leader. Your leader did not cross. Officer.
We have a flight of protesters, and this is
Officer, we like you, but this particular gun not supposed to come here. It's not for us. This one is not for us. We like you. Tinubu must go.
So you see, Nigerians, they complain, see the kind of heavy military where they say they unleash Nigerians, we come protest. But meanwhile, the people that went inside bush, they cause havoc. They never unleash this type for them. Which way, Nigeria? Well, joining me for Inside the Studio now, Benjamin. Benjamin, good evening and thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Precious. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Benjamin, some party primaries, let's just get straight to the point. I mean, the different political parties don't hold their primaries. And the only party where we will see drama happen for inside their primaries, now mostly PDP, both the Wiki faction and the other faction. Maybe because they know that their party is already dead and on arrival. They know they do anything. But
thank God you've answered that question.
So
thank God you've answered it.
It's okay. So the APC, we see a lot of problem for inside their primaries. And the ADC, we see a lot of problem. I mean, we see the accusation by Wike and Hayatuddin. And the NDC was the hope of a lot of Nigerians. Now, there's been lots of complaint across, not just social media, real life, across all, most zones for inside the country, but most importantly, across mainstream media. And people, they talk, say, is this the change that you promised Nigerians you want to bring? Is this how you conduct the change? I mean, you're a party member of the NDC.
Let me tell you. There is not, I may be here, but there is
not the spokesperson of the party, but I mean, you're a party member. So from your...
I may be here, but I can tell you that everything that happened there, I think I contributed to it.
How?
So don't worry. Let me tell you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. Go ahead, please.
You see, look at the time frame we had. And secondly, look at what happened to us in 2023. See, let me tell you, politics everywhere, even in the first world country, you must be financially strong before you come into politics. Let me tell you.
I know you're speaking as an individual, not on behalf of the party, but let me hear from you.
Yes, that is my opinion.
Yes.
That is my opinion.
Go ahead.
Secondly,
so you need to be financially strong. So how does this? What does this have to do with the primaries that was conducted?
I have to tell you, Go and read the history of those, the past and present president of the United States, their life history. You can't
They're
just
like
be
what?
you can't just be driving keke and you want to come and contest for governor or House of Assembly because Obi is there, and you think that Obi factors. Let me tell you, there is what they call winnable candidate.
So what is
Wait.
what is your opinion? We're still waiting for you to land on that thought. Winnable candidate here, and so how do waiting that one get to do with the primaries in conducts?
Yes, they look at the indices and they conducted the primaries and they were able to look at some factors to come up with any decision that the party need to come up with.
So in other words, just calm down. You're trying to tell me that what the NDC did is that they conducted primaries, but they looked at people's account numbers and those that may not have money to pursue their election. Or
not really.
Those that don't have
I'm just giving you an example. No, I'm not saying that.
Understand. So speak in clear terms. Let's understand.
See, there is a lot of factors and a lot of requirements that they put into consideration. It's a new party. Okay, let me tell you, at a point, some people came in, but at a point, we know there was every evidence that these people were sent by APC. So what do you think that we do with those people, even when they win election?
So just hold on. There are cases where the people that you people even approved on your, according to, even though the list never come out, but we're hearing that people who are real, for instance, obedient members were substituted for APC members that just came in, that were imposed.
Please, Precious, you know me very well. If you know how hard I'm a call obedience, you know that. You don't need anybody to tell you that. But let's be fair to ourselves. Social media is not politics. Activism is not politics. Politics is beyond what me and you can see. Far from that. Okay, let me tell you, all those activists, when Wike rigged the AMAC election, what did they do? Were those activists not there? No, I'm asking you, were those activists not there? Was it not in their constituency? Wike rigged the AMAC election. They called those. So I told you, see, politics is, see, like in my senatorial district now, the person they gave the ticket, I can tell you that people are jubilating because that person, they gave the person the ticket. And that is the only person who can match the former governor. No other person. And let me tell you something.
Also, the former governor is a candidate in your constituency.
In my constituency, the former governor of Delta State.
Okay.
You understand? And
okay, Delta State. Now he went there, what could they vex for?
You understand? So when they gave him that, people know that it's not going to be easy. And let me tell you, do you know that the day we had our primaries, even APC is doing everything to make sure that this NDC never survived.
So let's get it clear. Okay.
Wait now.
I surrender. Go ahead.
I'm trying to explain to you factors why you need to give it to someone who can be able to face the battle.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you.
Let me tell you, if anybody think that in 2027 that we are going for free and fair election, the person is dreaming. The person is dreaming. If anybody feel that 2027 is you can't do anything, Nigerians, wake up. People comment, 30,000 people comment. It's not going to work that way. It's not going to be social media. So, okay, that day we were conducting our primaries. At night, even when all the result has been, everything is done, do you know that APC smuggled their way to influence the result?
That is still the problem in some
Wait,
areas.
let me tell you. Wait, let me tell you.
All right, go ahead.
I can tell you that if the person who they gave the senatorial, like the aspirant, if he was not there that night, nobody would have been able to match the ADC and the APC to. I can tell you, you need to see, you need to see how many slaps he gave to that INEC official. More than 10 slaps. And nobody will have that gut in that constituency to do it, apart from this person they gave that ticket. You think it's all these people coming to social media?
Who slap person? Is that not violence? Now who go fit slap person? How did they give ticket?
See, this thing has, the people we are dealing with, they are not gentlemanly. So forget about this gentlemanly issue. How many times where we can threaten una for social media who have called him to order? How many times where we can say, if you come to that court, anything where you see, you take? Who don't ask them? So please, you people should, the journalists need to help issues. The people you people need, you can't do it. But when you see people like us, you feel that if we can call all of una for media chat, una dey fit ask some question.
And that be me. Point of correction, please. Don't call
me. Are you
me.
not a journalist?
But you've never seen me in a media chat with Wiki. And there's a reason why you cannot see me there. So please.
So anybody, you are asking me, if not that the party gave that person was an aspirant, it would have been mess in Delta North, because APC had already wanted to hijack the whole process. I can tell you, the three persons they gave ticket in my constituency now has raised tension, because they know that these people are not the meat you just chew like that.
So you may think that of your constituency worked well. I'm telling you that there are other constituencies whom I'm coming. I'm
using my constituency because that is where I understand where.
But there are other constituencies that did not work that way. Now let me tell you.
Let me tell you, if these people so-called obedient, because I'm an obedient to you, know that to the core, to the fullest. But here now, we are facing reality, knowing the kind of people we are dealing with. We need mad people like them to match them. Hello? Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. Just go ahead. I lost power, so just go ahead.
So the point I'm trying to say, if you feel that we acted, see, there were so many factors that played in these primaries. Look at the time factors. Some people came not really meaning well for the party. So how do you want them to dislodge those people? Knowing fully well that these people, you see, there is one thing in this life. There is a game in this life that is a game that any day you prepare entering it, you just need to have a shock observer of betrayal and have the worst shock of your life, and that is politics.
All right. Go ahead. So I understand what you're saying, but the question a lot of us they ask, and I say, sincere apologies, my light is my power is out. So the question a lot of people are asking, it plenty well. First of all, there were instances where you had candidates who had the local structure, they had the crowd, they also have the finances, but somehow they were alleging that they were substituted to people who are linked to APC, because maybe the APC candidate of that same position does not want to face them. That's some of the allegation. Secondly, there's also the argument of why go ahead and conduct primaries if you know how to Because the Electoral Act clearly gave you direct primaries and consensus. I mean, we saw Kwankwaso and his people take to consensusship. That's what they did. They did not have much of the drama that we had within the Southern Coming. Let me land. So if you know, or the party knew that it did not have what it takes to go ahead and conduct primaries, which is direct primaries, why did they not settle for consensus candidateship? And then why did they not also tell people these conditions that you mentioned now, that you said that, oh, there are things that the party would have to look at before they give you go ahead. They'll consider the fact that you can walk, you have the clout, you have grassroots connect, you have the finances and all that. Why did the party not spell it out to the members that even if you win your primaries, you may win your primaries, but we will not give you if you don't have this or that things. The candidates were not told this. Why were they not told?
Let me
to
tell
ensure
you,
that you're doing the right thing.
Precious, let me tell you, we Nigerians, you see, if we Nigerians, we learn in a very hard way most of the time. Discussion went on and said, okay, if you are 5 contesting for this thing, there is no way 5 of you is going to get ticket. Go and discuss among yourselves.
They didn't come out with any results.
You understand? They gave them that option. This one say no, this one say no, this one say no, this one say no. Let me tell you, if they have gone consensus, the thing would have even been as bad. It would have been so bad.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead, please. Please go ahead.
You understand? So at the point, they were not really like cooperating. And remember, some people joined the party like at the dying minute. So, and those people who joined the party at the dying minute, you and I know that if actually, which they have promised that they're going to work for the party, that they are better off, kind of. So why can't we understand this and say, no, to at least, one thing about this life, you know somebody, you know the person that is better than you. But all these things were put into consideration. Go and do this. Even when they send people to states, and in that state they said, okay, discuss with them and come up with people. Still, at the end of the day, all of them, let's go to the field, let's go to the field, let's go to the field. And the person says, okay, let us go to the field.
So just hold on. Somebody did ask a question here. Say, if APC can influence NDC primaries, then how is NDC even ready to win the election in the first place? Does that not mean that you guys are not ready? If you can let another party infiltrate,
how do they influence it? How do they influence it?
You know what you just said now, that they were putting that there were some people from the APC that APC was infiltrating your primaries.
And let me tell you, it can happen to any party. It can happen to any party, because how do you know a mole? Are you a spirit to understand a mole? Influence that I'm talking about, coming to my state now, APC is like ruling my state, right? They have every machinery in that state. You understand? They have every machinery in that state. So, in that case, somebody may come and say, I want to be a member of your party. Are you going to chase the person away? How will you know if the person is coming with a good or bad intention?
So somebody did ask a question. So are you saying that all the irregularities that took place in your party was deliberately orchestrated?
It's not. You see.
So the question, as I said earlier, the question is that if una no say una no go fit conduct primaries, why allow people to go to primaries?
Don't say.
I'm coming. They told parties to contestants to go and sort out themselves among themselves. When the party has seen that they refuse to sort out themselves, why not take the authority to say, you know what, we're going to decide on consensus and this is how we're going to pick? instead of allowing them to go for primaries? That's the question. I'm coming. Benjamin, you know what this means? People conducted primaries. People galvanized and mobilized people to vote for them in primaries. You see people with obviously long queues and, they get structure because you see the crowd didn't carry. And you had people who did not even show up in the primaries at all. And you're not telling me that those people that did not show up in primaries are people who would get the tickets.
Who are those people who
mobilize people?
Can you mention those who did not show up in the primaries?
There were lots of people like that. We saw Maurice Moye's own, for instance, in that your same Delta state. Saw the queue that the way he won, it was open that he won his primaries. And
no. Don't tell me that. No. You are talking about my constituency, right?
Well, Maurice Moye is in your constituency.
The candidate I support, the candidate I supported, I gave my candidate 320 votes. You see, my followers went with 15 buses. 15 buses. So anybody telling you, let me tell you, you don't know who is sponsoring Morris. Please, this is a public place. You don't know who is sponsoring Morris. What are you talking about? Who is fooling who? Who is fooling who here? We know who is sponsoring Morris. Who knows which influence could Morris have? Even me,
you see, someone like Morris may not have his own personal fund.
You see, let me tell you, even me that is not here, that I'm not on ground, put election between me and Morris, I will win him hands down. Please don't go there. We know the people who is behind him. We're in the same party.
Are you suggesting that Morris may be influenced by people of the ruling party?
We know, please, there are some certain things I don't want to. So don't mention Morris at all. And Morris never won. I'm from the same local government with him. So what are you talking about? I have the result of the primaries here.
Okay, so somebody is also mentioning that Aisha Yusufu's case is also another angle, that she was not properly treated by the party. What's your reaction to that?
How?
I don't know. You tell us what happened.
Let me tell you.
We just yesterday they one woman from Abuja where they want to give her position, and the party stated that we're just hearing, Aisha is not from Abuja. We need an indigene.
No, that was not. With all due respect, Aisha, I respect him so much. She speaks a lot. She represents the people, but what she's into is not politics. It's not real politics. Politics is beyond social media. Okay, I want to tell you something. Was Aisha not there when Wike rigged AMAC election? After all the talk in the social media, what did he do? Was he able to resist Wike? Was he able to resist Wike?
So because she was not able to resist Wike during the AMAC election for Moses, she may not also be able, Dr. Mose, she may not also be able to resist Wike for her own election. Is that what you're saying?
So we see this whole thing. You see, do you know that politics is like a school? You need to study it. You need to study it. You understand?
All right, Nigerians, phone lines are open. I know a lot of people have questions to ask. I had pinned the link on the comment section, so please jump in on the conversation very quickly, as fast as you can. Let's get this conversation going.
There's a lot of things that is beyond me and the people. Okay, let me tell you. Do you think?
But is it true? Is it true? I just want to know a few things. Is it true that there are lots of infiltration from state structures of the party, and some opposition members, like the APC members, they use some of the state structures, party on NDC state structures against the political party by imposing candidates through them? Is that correct? Do you think that happened?
See, let me tell you. Even after the primaries, a lot of things was discovered.
Like what?
APC trying to manipulate so many things, including my own state, including my own constituency.
So what? Okay. So So that means you just answered that question systematically, that APC indeed tried to
You understand?
buy people off. So what is the party doing now to calm on to ensure that people are calm and which one are they do?
You see,
Which one are they
the
do?
message is clear. The NDC may not actually get it right. You understand? Now, it's a new party. But if actually we want to rescue the country, like we say, okay, since he didn't favor us today, he can favor us tomorrow. People have contested 3-4 times in election. If actually, because the person
Why
drawing
don't
this
you? If
whole
you have
crowd,
something to say, please kindly come in. You say you're from the constituency. Somebody says it's from your own constituency, and that the account you're giving is not correct. And I want him to join. Please call in. You can call in live, or you can join the conversation. T.Y. Danjuma, tell us your own account of what happened, please. It's very important, so we can fact check Oga Benjamin to be sure. If you have
there are some
evidence, go
certain
ahead.
things I don't want to bring out here.
Okay.
You understand? A night to that primaries. How do the INEC official who pay? See, there are some certain things I don't want to bring out here.
You haven't said anything.
Let the person call in, and I will ask him some questions I want to ask him.
Okay, so Nigerians, phone lines are open. Oh, please don't forget. And kindly click on the link on the pin post and get to
See,
this
what I'm trying to
conversation.
say is that NDC may not really get it right now. Look at the time factor. Look at how congested everything is. You understand?
So how on I go fit you scam all these people with the vex now? That's the question.
Now, if actually you say you love Obi, if actually you say you love Obi and you want him to win, queue in and work for the party. Because the person drawing all this whole crowd and everything is Obi. I hope you know.
Go ahead.
And now it's not that as he has been denied the ticket, they gave him the ticket. So what is the noise? What is the tension for? Yes, I can tell you they may not be right with this because there is no way they are not computer. You understand? You may not expect them to be right. So that is politics for you.
But do you think that they would have done better?
In what aspect?
In the way they conducted the primaries, in the way they spoke to people, in the way they
let me tell you something.
in the way they handled the issue generally.
Let me tell you something.
The would have done better?
Let me tell you something. Kano, for instance, did you see anybody make noise in Kano?
That is because they used consensus.
Did you hear any complaint from Kano State?
Most of them used consensus. They agree. That's what I'm saying. That why did you not do that in the South here?
So who told you? So when they introduced that and they refused, what do you expect the party to do? Let me tell you, if that consensus happened, I can tell you that as it stands now, Obi would have been in the media and Obi just went there and wrote the list and gave them. And this is something he has been condemning. So there is no way you're going to do this thing so what I'm asking everybody now, let us come together. We are one family. Obi is there now. Right? And this is a new party. You don't expect a newborn baby and a matured baby to be.
So can you explain the Aisha Yusufu's treatment that everyone is talking about?
See.
Or you're not privy of that information?
Let me tell you. I love Aisha very well. But I can tell you, I'm so disappointed in her reaction.
Why? She should praise you guys and tell you thank you.
She overreacted.
Why do you think she overreacted? If someone is cheated out, they would react because they're cheated out.
No. And if somebody you feel you are working with said, okay, this person cannot be there and he deliberately want them to treat you unfairly. No. So the person have said, okay, calm down. You see, There is what they call political weight and activism.
So why did you guys give some people who came from APC tickets? Why did you give some people? I'm not talking about Omo Agege and Ochil. I'm not talking about those ones because when I say they get clouds, they make. But there are other people who came in from the APC and you gave them tickets immediately. Why did you do so?
Why did you give Obi that came from NDC ticket?
That came from ADC ticket, you mean?
From ADC. Why did you give him presidential ticket? No,
now
I'm asking you now. Who is not a visitor in NDC?
So people should be given equal rights to just get a ticket and grab it.
You understand what I'm saying? It may not be absolutely right. You understand? Thank God you know me very well. You know how I detest APC. You understand? But sometimes there are some factors that we need to put together. You understand? So when you're talking about Aisha, you're talking about Aisha. You see, Aisha, at this time, if people say this time, please, can you calm down and give another person a chance? Why do you feel that if it's not you, no other person? But that is what you are preaching. We should learn how to concede.
She only asked for equal playing ground. She didn't say she cannot concede defeats. She only asked for equal playing ground.
So do you
make them equal? If you want to tell us when a competition, make them equal. Make us see who win. If she win me, I go. If I win her, she go. That's what she said. We heard her make such complaint.
It doesn't always work like that in politics.
All right, so moving forward, how you take things, say, on go use handle this situation so that go cause crisis for the party, because there may be pre-election litigations which will drag the party back. How do you think you would? I mean, your party is not the only party with this crisis. I told you it was across all parties already. APC, ADC, they face the same issue, but people expected much more better from you guys. However, you don't talk and say, you don't give excuses and reasons. We make
much more. Are we from Benin Republic? Are we not Nigerians?
Are you kidding me? Then what's the change you're telling Nigerians you're bringing? If you're going to give them the same thing.
Let me tell you, politics is a game of interest and a game of formula. If you don't know the mathematics, you don't know it. I'm telling you, during AMAC election, when Aisha finish for social media, when we can read them, it not be that social media I run again, go talk. As he talk for the social media, things don't change. Please.
So as it stands now, somebody they even ask the question, say, well, okay, now, what's be the strategy you want to get right now to beat Wiki? As maybe you say Wiki rig.
I will not tell you. I will not tell you.
Oh, but that means that there's such strategy in place to ensure all of this. Okay.
So if people say, please, we think this person can be able to put the formulas together, support this person, then you go haywire.
So waiting on they do to ensure say on a film win the election. That's my question. Oh, you say you know tell me.
Reconciliation and teamwork. It's not as if we are obedient. Nobody is obedient more than me, you know. So, but there are some certain things that we feel that there are some people who will fit in to strike this deal.
So are you hopeful? Are you saying that you're hopeful that your party, the NDC, can win the 2027 election, especially at the level of the presidency?
Precious, you may be so bright, which you are, but do you know, if you come...
But I'm still dull.
If you come into the world of free politics, it will take you years to understand.
Don't worry, I'm never getting into politics.
No,
I
I'm
know
just giving
politics
an
enough not to
example.
get
It
into
will
it.
take you
I
years to
know politics
understand.
enough not to get into politics in
But somebody
Nigeria,
feeling
so
now,
I'm not
these
willing.
precious can speak English, these precious can defend, is very good in argument,
Akukumani, they
is
speak
very,
English.
you understand? It doesn't always work that way. You understand? So if people sat down and say, no, let us set our game like this, let these people strike first. And we see. And the NDC just a new party that is trying. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a lot of mistake. They are going to learn from their mistake. So, but why are we selling ourselves out? Me that is speaking to you, did I tell NDC has offended me? But I swallowed it.
So moving forward, the question I ask you, you did sure say Onagofin win. Are you convinced that your party can win the election, especially at the federal level? With what you have now going?
Precious.
Are you sure that you can beat the incumbent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Are you sure your party can?
I'm very, very optimistic.
With what you guys have in place, you're sure of that?
Yes, I'm very, very optimistic.
What's going to give you the confidence?
You know why? We have the people, and we have people who are ready to do anything to make sure that our vote is protected.
Now, by protection of votes?
Yes.
After you protect them, what you go do? If the Rich Collection Center change them, what you go do?
No.
Or if they can't decide to announce another thing after you protect because they don't get their own for corner, what you go do? What do you guys plan to do? If after you protect your vote and another thing is
that is why I tell you, there are some information that I can't give you here.
Okay, no problem. It's okay, no problem.
There are some information I can't give you here.
Okay, no problem. If you have that in mind. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin. I appreciate you. I'm not going to waste your time too much. Thank you for throwing light on this. So moving forward, Nigerians should expect some sort of unity.
All I'm begging every NDC family, let us leave this social media thing. And you see, they said if they are looking for you, if you're like a bird and they are looking for you, you have to fly very high. Let everybody come together and look for that goal. And what is that goal? The election. Whether I get the ticket or I did not get the ticket. If I didn't get it today, I will get it tomorrow. Even the person they are following, even the person all of us is following us came out openly to say, please, even if he didn't favor you this time, calm down.
But it's not even his call to make. Now the party leadership call, and he met a party leadership, so he's not the party leadership. He's just a presidential candidate. So he doesn't have the party structure.
And people are saying, people follow and come. You see, he's like a visitor, just like the way I am a visitor. The party is not his. And you know that he's somebody who like him, who like process. You understand? So let everybody come together and let us work together. But I was waiting for someone who you said he came from that constituency to call and counter what I've said about Morris.
He said he's on transit and he cannot join, so he would have joined.
You understand? So please.
Okay. All right. But again, people they talk, as he talks, say no be by politics, not be the way with the CM. Meaning,
let me tell you,
go add some. I'm coming now. Meaning,
do you know? Let me tell you. Do you know that? Do you know that in 2023?
That you want
I want to tell you something. In 2023, I was part and parcel of every process. Do you know that somebody who clearly won the senatorial seat couldn't even afford money to hire a lawyer to litigate his case?
So the question I asked is that if the NDC would be like the will show the same characteristics of the ruling party that would talk, say agberoism, ballot snatching, thief, thuggery, everything. If they are planning to be like that just so they can win election in 2027, then waiting be the change we then bring for Nigeria. Waiting be the
See,
good governance and change where they won't bring.
forget, no only madman go fit pursue madman.
Mm,
You understand? You understand? So, and like I told you, I keep telling we keep telling her if he's going to do gentlemanly this time, nobody's ready to waste his resources to do gentlemanly.
So people don't want to be a gentleman again like he was in 2020.
No.
He wanted to join Agberu gang.
But you and I know that gentlemanly can match this president. No.
So no morality, no value. It doesn't matter.
Get the power first, because it is when you get power,
they not add value to the power.
That is when you can be able to create policies, right?
All right. Thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate you big time. Thank you so much for joining us and throwing light to that. But you also on a plan, so go settle people now so that people no go vex too much. Because see, dragging too many of them to court no go make sense for the party. The party is too young, like he said, and you guys cannot, you can't afford to be saddled with lots of litigations at this time. You know that. So I hope so go really do it in a fit to calm some nerves.
Precious, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I have a candidate. But 3 days before that primaries, I was called. Please relinquish this candidate. This is who is coming. We think this better. Did you hear me make noise? Do you know how much I've spent to sell that candidate? But if this person is bringing a lot of strength to the party, no problem. I can relinquish my ambition.
All right. Thank you so much, Benjamin.
See,
I appreciate you.
Do you know that there's a time that in life whereby they will, even in court, they will say, okay, let us look for political solution. Have you ever heard that? They put law aside. They put everything. They say, let us look for political solution to an issue. So that's it. Let everybody come together. That's what I'm asking.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Benjamin. Well, I hope that the rest of your people will understand this and indeed accept the space talks and moves on and they make so that they go fish shit their swords and just go ahead and make sure see them look at the overall picture of the party winning. Understand this, everybody go be all right.
Let me tell you.
In the country, most importantly,
I was telling somebody, I say in River State, for example, if somebody like Edison come into NDC today and said, I need ticket, I will even go and beg the party leader to give Edison the ticket. You know why? Because he's the only person that can face the kings of kings there.
Now we can call the king of kings.
Yes.
Benjamin, thank you. Good night and God bless you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night. Nigerians, that's the size of our package tonight. If you never liked this show, I beg like and like and share. Like, share, subscribe. Since you guys refuse to join in, so that I'll talk more about this matter. So please like, share, subscribe to this platform. Let's continue to speak for the growth and development of our nation. Well, maybe I don't hear a bit of waiting a BC they happen for inside the NDC. Well, we hope that they can actually indeed settle all of this issue and make things better for the country because people are tired. People are tired. But before I let you go, make I show you some things so you see people they talk. If I don't play you these videos, I haven't done you well. So let me show you quickly what some people are saying. Wike said something about people voting for P2B in general. Why don't you? Why are you trying to join now? When this, I'll call him to come back. I go like on to settle this matter. I go call her to come back. 3 and 4, let me call him to come back. 5 minutes, I can't hear you. He said 5 minutes, Abi. You say like, why you no join since when I tell you to join? Now you don't come out to the join. You dey avoid that. You go say they run from him. Why you join now? Where is it you get to talk? Eh? We can't hear you. We can't even hear you at all. Well, it's okay. It's very, very unfortunate. Okay, you're alighting. Okay, all right. All right. You're alighting.
Precious,
Sir?
I just came down from a bus, so just give me 5 minutes. I will join you because there are things that your guest is saying that I don't agree with. I come from that constituency as
I
well.
don't have 5 minutes, but I can manage. But you can be talking while you're walking on the road.
Okay,
Well, let me just go ahead and play them some videos by Wiki first of all while you're doing that. No problem.
okay,
No problem. All right then. Thank you so much, sir.
okay.
Thank you.
You want me to speak?
Sure, you can. Go ahead and speak.
Okay. First of all, I think we must admit that NDC messed up because from the primaries, it has not shown that it has the capacity to run a free and fair election. Yes, I believe that you need strategy. If you see what NDC did, they zoned out the various areas to, Obi, for instance, has Anambra and some eastern states. Kwankwaso had Kano and Jigawa. So the way it is distributed, everybody was left to, manage a particular area and produce and ensure that the best, the most viable candidate emerges, one that will win election for them. Now, you would notice that there was an invasion of NDC by people from other parties, APC and so on and so forth. So that caused a problem. And so they had a problem of choice. How do we know that some of the people who are coming in are not moles? Delta State was zoned to, Delta Central was zoned to Omoagege. So you find that most of the candidates who came in from that area, from Omoagege's constituency, were people who are in Omoagege's camp. And so you had a situation where people who were already in there, if you like, you can call them legacy NDC, people who were there before these other people came, were eased out. So you have that kind of problem happening in FCT, for instance, because I posted FCT. Already it's been decided that Amanda Palm would go for the senatorial, will have the senatorial slot. Now, if you are going, one would think that if you are going by consensus, the right thing to do would be to say, okay, who are those candidates? Because they applied. What is his name? Aisha made it known that she was running for the senatorial. Now, there may be some issues, about Aisha's candidacy. If you are talking about strategy, okay, and those are not the things we will say here, okay. But learning. Hello. In the case of Aisha. And that's why she's angry. Why would you ask her? I mean, why would you allow her to advertise that she was going? Why would you allow?
Hello, Mr. Benjamin. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Oh, okay. Hi. Nice to meet you again. Or nice to hear your voice again. Uh, for me, I don't really have argument about whatever you're saying. For me, I feel that that uh, I feel that NDC they should cut NDC some slack because for me, because I'm a kind of now on the two side on it's like asking that same question because I don't want what happened in labor to happen in NDC
My brother.
because I because if you notice that after after the because everybody that was elected under labor after they got in there before you know all of them started the campaign. You
My
understand?
brother.
Because the way they came in and everything, the way they started the campaign to other parties or to the APC or whatever. So because I feel that maybe those people were not too. I feel that these people were their greed was too much, or they were not knowledge enough, or they didn't orientate them enough. So like the NDC now, the people that are coming in now
Hmm.
the people that have joined the NDC and all that, maybe if the leaders in their own wisdom feel that the people that will feel in these positions, so maybe when they get into the maybe when they get in there, maybe they will stand their ground and do the needful. They will not start the campaign, creating this rubbish that happened on that label. So I don't know, but for me, when I spoke about the Aisha Yusuf, back then some days ago where I said Aisha Yusuf because Aisha Yusuf going to that Senate at the moment, it looks like a distraction. We all have our eyes on the prize. Is that presidency? That's the seat. That is the sensitive seat. That is the seat that will control everything down. I don't know if you understand me, but Aisha Yusuf saying, I want to go for Senate now, it's more like a distraction. For me, I believe it should make sure it supports Peter Obi to get into that seat. Because by the time you say you want to become a Senate as well, you will not be fighting for your own self. I don't know if you understand me now. You will lose the prize of you pushing Peter Obi to that because he needs all the support he can to get to that seat. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So
Yeah.
that's why that's my angle where I came from. Like every other person, because I don't really see any issue with that. Because I believe Asha is okay and he has sorted everything and is okay. But every other stuff which I don't really understand, I don't want to go for that. So that's what I will say for now. Continue.
My brother, you see, I cannot tell you that these people now who is here, who maybe they are giving the ticket today that they are not going to the camp. You know how our politics is. But let me tell you, in 2023, people they gave, even 2023 was not competitive like this. If you just come, they will carry ticket give you, right? Now,
Yeah,
in
you're correct.
2023, I can tell you that we got to a point, people sent agents to the field. They could not pay their agents. And anybody telling you that politics is not money, the person is joking. Even Obi is a very rich guy. Obi may not be lobbying like inducing people with money. But if Obi tell you that he's not spent, if Obi is not a rich man, he would have not even be able to go through this process that he's in. For you to contest for any political position, my dear, you need money. Take it or you leave it. Even in the first world country, politics is money. That is one. Secondly, I think they were able to looking at experience because most of these people were not really experienced politically. So
That is what
this is
that's the sorry that is where I used the word just now. They were really orientated. They were really orientated on how they will behave. Because even if you even look at Bure, that say he was the leader of the party, you saw what happened, how he messed himself up. The greed, he could not resist the greed, and the greed destroyed every one of them. So a person like Dixon now, who is the national leader of the party, I don't believe he will be so dumb or so stupid enough to allow himself to be used like the way Abure was used and destroyed. Are you getting my point? Because he himself has been in this position. He has been the leader of so long as well. He has been in that Senate. I believe he has the money. He has been the former governor as well. So he has the knowledge. So I believe he will be able to winter the storm. He will be able to navigate this whole thing or whatever. So, and they will not easily penetrate him like the Dixon. So I feel that they know
Okay,
what they're doing.
sincere
Continue.
apologies, guys. My network booted me out. This is Nigeria, so these things happen. My apologies to everyone.
Sorry,
See,
it's
why
okay.
don't you? I'm not aware if you and Benjamin have been able to come to a middle ground. At the end of the day, what everyone wants is peace and for us to move forward.
Let me tell you what happened.
Benjamin, were you able to did you understand what TY was talking about, and were you able to?
Let me tell you what happened.
Ben, hold on, please. I'm sorry, I was on motion, so I don't know if I was getting across. Greetings, Precious. Greetings, Ben, and my friend MC. Greetings, Diaz. What I'm saying, yes,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that first of all, NDC has done well. This is a party that is less than 4 months, and it is in a hurry because of the compressed nature and the confusion that is all over the place. Whether they have up to 31st May, to conduct primaries and send, and forward to INEC and so on. All that confusion that emerged. Nobody knows what's going to happen. The court process is still going on. So NDC had a problem more than any other party because it didn't have time it was doing. Now, so it was in a rush to ensure that it fielded candidates in almost all the constituencies as much as it can. And you also face the challenge of not just taking anybody, okay, but taking credible people and people who can win. Now, they already have two things going for them.
Remember that not all credible people can win. Credible people, they're different, and people who can win, they're different.
Yes, I agree. You had the OB factor there, which is a plus for them, and you have the Kwankwaso, which is a plus for them. But OB and Kwankwaso alone cannot do everything for them. They also needed.
Thank you, Dua Jajima, for saying that word. Thank you very much.
Yes, they also need candidates who can win election.
Thank you.
Because there are candidates who can be good, but they can't win election. There are candidates who are credible, but they can't win election. So you have to be strategic. Now, they benefited, and I put that benefit in quote, from the problem in APC and the nonsense fraudulent electoral amendments, that was done, the amendment to the 1999 Constitution, which was a trap, which was meant actually to deal with the opposition, but is backfiring against them. So a lot of them who fell short, who didn't get, who were even serving, or those of them who decamped, like those who were in Labour and they decamped to APC and now seeking an election, APC told them that you are not part of us, Anyway, so a lot of them came because the door of NDC was open. One, because they know that under the banner of Obi and the Kwankwaso, there's already, if you like, you can already give them a 20% mark already, or 40, if you like. Because we saw people who went for election in 2023 who didn't even campaign and they won. So the OB factor and Kwankwaso factor is already there. They saw it as a plus. The problem that NDC faced was one to determine candidates that are not just there seeking for SPV, special purpose vehicle. If they win, they go back again. They do the same thing that they did to Labour. Two, they also are supposed to be wary of some of those who are coming. They may be moles. They may be moles that APC wants to use to, like, people like Arabambi and Apapa and to cause dissatisfaction in the party. So ADC has a challenge. But I'm saying that if you are arriving at consensus, if you have decided we are going to do consensus,
which is allowed constitutionally by by the Electoral Act. And there are 3 or 4 people who have signified interest, who have signified that they are running, and the party knows. Now, what you do if the party sees that of all the people who are running, there is in the interest of because it's the party actually that is not people's name, it's the party that is in ballot. If the party now finds out that out of all those 4 people, we have screened them, that's why they're screening, and they see that, listen, I think this person is likely to give us vote, because the thing is about winning. It's not going to make name, it's winning. Who out of these 4, do we think that has the resources, has the influence, has all what it takes to win the election? This person will be the number 1 in their choice. So what you do is to talk to all the others to say, please, for so reason, can you step down? We will compensate you, or we'll do something. We want to win. If we win, then we can compensate you. And then maybe the people will agree. May have 1 or 2 who say, no, I no agree. Then in that case, you may now go to conduct primaries, to conduct direct primaries. But if you have already decided ab initio that this person is the person you are going to take, and then you don't tell the others, and then in some places there was no election, so you get the other people embittered. That is what you're saying. The process. Obi has always been talking about process. So that's the problem. If you had talked to them, if Aisha, for instance, Aisha is you can say anything about her, Aisha is not. I mean, it's not about Aisha. It's about the process. It could have been anybody. If Aisha had been called and they have called them, and in some places they did that, to say, listen, please, this is what the party is thinking for so reason, please, can you say? And there are people who step down. So in the case of Aisha, for instance, I'm just taking her as an individual. If they had done that to say, Aisha, please, calm down. See. This is what we will do. We'll compensate you, blah, blah, or go for this other position, House of Rep, or go for something else, or, then that will calm her down. Her bitterness is that what they did is wrong. That's the process. That's the noise that she's making. And if you are coming,
my brother, will you allow me to say something?
Yeah, go ahead. I wanted to land. But if you are coming to say you are going to be different from all the other people, and you don't want contention, then the process, some of the process that they adopted was wrong. And that's why they are holding this meeting to say, we're not going to announce, nobody should announce results. There's a complaint board that has been set up to look at each case, because they've asked people who are disgruntled to submit their cases, and they will look at it before they begin to do the announcement. So that is proper. It is because there's an outcry. That's why they're doing that. So, but going forward, NDC should learn. They have to be very, very careful, even as much as they try to be strategic. I don't see anything wrong, for instance, with taking Omar Gege. Omar Gege is a strong political force in that area, whether you like him or not. I mean, he can harass and intimidate those people, and his position is likely to win. So I don't see. But even then, if you are doing that, you also need to talk to some other guys within that zone to say, please, we're gonna calm down. This is what we want to win. That's our focus. That's how it's done. That's how consensus is done. Go and check the definition of consensus. That is what consensus is. That people agree and say, okay, we agree, we're sending this person. So there's the ADC needs unity. ADC needs to have mechanism that works to resolve conflicts. Otherwise, it's going to negatively impact them. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
My brother, thank you very much. I think you really spoke well than some people who speak out of emotion. You really analyze the issue well. But let me tell you, this NDC issue, there was already a foundation fracture already. And, you see, like, I will use like the constituency where I came from now as a case study. I am not contesting for anything, but you see, this our obedient. We feel so much entitled. Sorry to make that statement. And let me tell you, yeah, we may have voting block and all that, but politics is not always social media. And Obedient feel that if it's not some, if it's not me, if it's not us, no other person. And let me tell you why I say that. For instance, nobody envisaged that Victor Che is joining the party. Nobody envisaged that Isiomanda is joining the party. Nobody envisaged that the other guy is joining the party. Fine. And let me tell you, Obi the camp in Delta State, let me tell you where the fracture started. In Delta State, they know Obi announced everything became official on Sunday. That was when they did the official announcement of the campaign. But I can tell you that some group of people was not even patient, like 2 days. They went, conducted a primary without even telling some people coming into the party, like announcing the venue of the primary. Now, to plan, like, to build like a bridge, so that normally in politics, what it means is just to hijack the structure. But there is one thing in politics, getting a structure and sustainability of that structure matters. It's not, as a politician, it's not easy to sustain a structure. But these people, they did this thing not looking at the broader picture, but looking at personal interest. And the interest is that they feel that now we have been here. It is we.
My brother, let me say something. Isiomanda is from my town.
Wait now. Wait.
I know her. Okay.
Wait.
She was. Hold on. Isiomanda is from my town.
Wait. Now I'm going somewhere.
She was Somali. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going somewhere. Now, when that thing happened, all those people that they conducted that Congress with, they've already promised people positions. And they've even collected money from some people. Sorry to say this is a public place. Now, heavyweights started moving into the party. I had my own interest. But when Isiomanda was in APC, do you know that Isiomanda visited all the 40-something ward that they have in Anoto Shimiri? Now, when he was doing consultation, that is a plus. Now, you look at somebody like Victor Che now, take it or you leave it. When you come to Delta State politics, Oche is not somebody, they will mention his name and you begin to think about it twice. Who is this person?
I know he was the speaker. He was one-time speaker in Delta House State of Assembly. I don't have a problem with Oche. Oche is from PDP. Okay.
You understand?
Elumelu is from PDP. Okay. So
now,
you are going to have. I can tell you. I know how that is going to pan out, because Ngozi Okolie defeated Elumelu, not because Ngozi was popular. It was because of obese factor. That's why Ngozi is not popular. Ngozi is not popular. It was obese factor. Obese factor is also going to help Isiomanda. So Elumelu, will depend on the state government influence. But in terms of the people, the masses of the people, they are going to be voting for Isioma in that area, in that constituency. They're going to be, because the constituency is the big constituency.
Now, do you think that if we bring any activist or anybody who claimed to be obedient or who claimed he was there the day NDC was created, can the person really match Oche's weight and this person?
Okay, Oche Oche has been with them. He knows them. He's a heavyweight. I mean,
Thank you.
he's a heavyweight. I'm not going to
So,
say he's a nobody.
don't you think is a credit to the new party?
Well, as in terms of political clouds, I think it's a plus. I think it's a plus. But
To the party.
the point that I'm making is in Delta State, okay, you have Kampela, okay, who ran before. Now, I don't think Kampela will will be able to carry the same
My
weight as
brother,
Oche.
my brother, my
Yes,
brother, my brother. Precious
yes.
will bear me witness. Precious, was I not the one who booked for an interview for Kampela in 2023?
Yes.
2023, yes.
Fine.
To show you how
practically
closeness.
sponsored
So I
Kampala.
know I have worked with this person in and out.
Yes.
I
So
can
what
tell you,
we're saying the
forget
same thing.
about Kampela.
We're
Please, I
saying
don't want us to talk about him publicly.
we're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing. I'm saying that if you bring Kampela and bring, even though he's being with Obi, and you bring Oche politically in terms of the power structure and in Delta, you would see that Oche is more popular. That is the truth. So if they decide to say, okay, in terms of strategy, let us take Oche over Kampela. The point is that the way you arrive at that decision, I'm talking about process. The way you arrive at that is important. To say, Kampela, Joe, calm down.
In Delta State, let me tell you, my bros,
Yes.
Kampela was one of the people who do more harm than good in this process. And I will tell you with facts.
Yeah, I'm not doubting. I'm not saying that the choice of Oche is wrong. I'm not saying. Yes.
Before the primaries, there is like one of the leaders who was even with us here when some of the meetings were going on in Abuja. The person joined through Zoom, and some of the cries of the aspirants, the national didn't even know about that. They were not the one who even produced that. Not even the national, but the people who want to hijack the structure where even when they were asking the party organ, this person said, I don't know what you're talking about. We never introduced such. You understand? We ran election with Kampela in 2023. I supported him because he's Labour Party. Precious will bear me witness here. Ngozi Okolie, even when he was in court, Precious, you know how everything went. Let it not be as if I'm emotional. Maybe I have grudges or anything. No. I have worked with these people in and out. So whatever I am saying here, I'm saying it with, you see, there are some words I don't want to use because this is a public place. So, but what I'm saying is this. Even if they have promised some people ticket and some heavyweight, why can't they say, okay, let me swallow my ambition since these people, let these people go and we see.
Now you are saying exactly what I'm saying. I'm talking about that's the process. That the party mechanism, which is supposed to resolve whatever conflict would arise from consensus, is either it was faulty or somebody just entirely neglected it. Because you can't place Kampela, and that's in my own. I might be mistaken. Kampela and I'm thinking about my constituency in Kampela and Oche. Okay, this man that has been in politics. This is not the first time. He has campaigned. He has been campaigning. Okay, so yes, but if you are going to do that, I'm saying you need to try. You can't carry everybody along. There still be one or two people who want to go to court, who want to tear down.
My brother, there's a
Yes.
way this whole thing played out. Let me tell you, there's a way. You see, anybody telling you they set panel, they do this one. I don't want to say some certain things here, my brother, but all I am saying is, let us. You know why a lot of people are so, you know that even in 2023, people were not interested in this ticket. Do you know that people were not interested? In Labour Party, did you hear anything like primaries? You will just go. You will just go. I think House of Assembly that time, I think they were selling it 15,000. In 20, nobody was interested. But you see, because of what happened in 2023, people wants to grab that opportunity, whether it's a do or die affair. And that is why they say, bring million. They will bring, you don't even know whether it's the party that is requesting for that money or is an individual. Sorry, you know, we Nigerians, sometimes we like shortcut very well. For instance, you will tell a typical Nigerian now, you can apply for visa online. Go do it yourself online. He say, no, I just need, how much I go pay? May you arrange everything for me. I no get for that wahala. I no get time for that wahala. But you go tell the person, this is simple. You can do it yourself. He say, no. But when an agent come and say, don't worry, the visa is going to be out in 15 days. Just give me 10 million. I'm using visa, for example. A typical Nigerian we decide to pay that 10 million, but no stress, not to pass through that process. Do you see what they use in crime most time when it's setting? This OB thing, some people are using it to cash out.
Yes, I agree. That's true. But let me ask you one question. How come Kwankwaso in Kano, he appointed the governor? Okay. He appointed, that is the former deputy governor of Kano State. He appointed Gawuna, who is also his person. We have not heard contention. We didn't know there's no, in Zamfara, the same thing. There's no contention. Why is it in most of the things that you hear is mainly from the south?
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. Some people had already been promised this ticket. And that person, some of these people tell them that this is what the party have decided. So you have to pay this. So those people now, I can tell you there is a lot of things, and there are some people who cannot even account for those things that they have eaten. You understand? Okay, like in the north, did you hear any rancor? Did you hear anybody make noise there? Why is it that is this part of...
So who do we blame for this? If Kwankwaso was able to handle his own part well, who do we blame for this issue within the South? Who do we blame? Do we blame Siriake Dixon? He's the chairman of the party and he's from the South. Do we blame Peter Obi, the presidential candidate, since Kwankwaso was a vice presidential candidate and he's from the North? So who do we blame for this? Who should take responsibility for the way this issue was handled in the South? We don't cause a lot of mess now and the carry.
Let me tell you, if you understand the way Obi is going now, Obi doesn't want anything like, he doesn't want you to drag him with anything. So I think Kwankwaso took that decision, that godfatherism decision, to produce everybody. Which we know, if Obi had told that route, I think that would have panned out the best. Because I can tell you, all these people making noise now, if Obi call all of them and sit all of them down in one hall and say it's okay, they will calm down. I'm telling you.
Okay, let's not waste time. We have a lot of people on the call to just join in very quickly, Nigerians. Let's just take their thoughts very, very quickly. But if this is the first time of joining us, please ensure you click on the subscription button, kindly like and share. Follow us across other social media platforms, especially Instagram and TikTok. Also on Twitter, that is X, Instagram, TikTok, at Precious INEC TV, across all those platforms. And please like and share this post. Subscribe if you have not done so. I don't know whether I go beg on a special beg. Please subscribe. All right, let's see. Laura, good evening and welcome. You haven't spoken. Chosen, you're welcome. IK Chosen. But let me take on Laura. Not vexed. Let me be biased, gender biased a little bit. Laura, good evening and welcome. Let me take your thoughts on this.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Welcome.
Good evening, Oga Danjuma. Good evening, Mr. Chosen.
Good evening, bro.
Mr. Benjamin. To see why Danjuma. You don't turn Danjuma. It has stuck. It's not going anywhere.
Sorry, sir. It's T.Y. Danjuma. Let me respect myself.
No, Laura, you're okay. Hold on.
Please, is there any NDC party official on the call?
He's not an official. He's just a
Okay.
party member.
Okay.
He's
Oga, we are not happy with NDC. We are not happy, and I'm going to speak of my own federal constituency. You see, if you speak to some of the obedients, or some, I can't speak for the NDC people, but if you speak to some of the obedients, I don't think we all have an understanding of the peculiarities of the politics, the intrigues of politics in different states. I cannot tell you the politics of Benue State or Plateau or Kaduna even, but I can tell you the politics of Delta State. I've kind of been around it. There is the tribal dynamics. There is the PDP dynamics. There is the moving of PDP into APC and the displacement of legacy APC people in Delta State. Those disgruntled APC, legacy APC, I've known some of them who for over a decade kept trying under PDP. They never gave them seats. I know people, some that I kind of married from that kind of family. So there are people who have deep wounds against PDP in Delta State, right from James Ibori's time in 1999. And for 10, 15 years, they cheated them. They were ably qualified. Cycles after cycles, they cheated them. Then the late Okotiebo, not Festus Okotiebo, not the minister, his son, was the chairman of APC in Delta State. When Buhari came in, just before Buhari would come in, and it looked like a second solid party was being built in Nigeria. Okotiebo, I can't remember his first name, but I think the son of the late former minister, he became chairman in Delta State, and he was able to mop up all the disgruntled people who couldn't get into PDP. Those people then formed APC in Delta State. Even when Professor Pat Utomi was going to contest for governorship as an Anyoma man, I don't know if it's Anyoma or not, forgive me if I'm wrong, in Delta State, the people who organized that first APC governorship primary, when Okotiebo was the state chairman, I know some of those people. Omar Agege was then able, later that Okotiebo passed, and Omar Agege was able to build Delta State. I know people who have benefited from Omar Agege. People who, because I'm kind of related to certain of those people, I cannot go further beyond that. But tangible benefit that affects your next generation, right? Let's pass that down. So when Bola Tinubu played, all these governors do not know that Tinubu is playing all of them. The way he played all the House of Assembly when he said, oh, the 11th Assembly. These guys, I call Tinubu the artful dodger. If you read Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist, he's the artful dodger. And he came and said the 11th Assembly, they were all carried away. Oh, it's the 10th, and he did whatever. And he said, you are all elected. The same game he played to them and everything done Yamutu is the same game he's playing with the governors. But when PDP shifted into legacy APC in Delta State, it caused a lot of problem. Now, Sheriff ran against Omar Agege for governor. I think when I went back and I checked, I think Omar Agege was able to get 37% of vote. He gave Sheriff a good run for his money. Now, when they did this primary for Delta Central Constituency, which is where you have all the Robos, Sheriff is Okbe, which is a minority tribe amongst the Robos. Okbe is almost a mix of Robo and Insecurity together, sort of. And the person that Omar Agege then ran for in that seat is Dafinone. the son of former
Senator.
Senator Dafinone, right? So there is an intrigue of many things. Now that's Delta Central Senatorial District. If you come to Delta South, this is where you have the Isokos, the Shekiris, the Jaws. This is where you have Bomodi, Patani, all those Burutu, Baramatu, all those places mixed together. We have an issue in that federal constituency. Then you go to Anioma, that is Delta North. There's another issue there. The night of the primary, some of us were on calls. We did not sleep until past 1. Almost everybody who had won their primary in the primary election, by the time we started hearing of the list, none of their names were there. And if you count 1, 2, 3 obedience, some of the biggest mobilizers who mobilize nationally and build support groups with over 2 million people, some of them were in Anioma and won their primaries. By the next day evening, we're here. Is it the next day or the next following 2 days evening? We're hearing that their names had been removed. And I'm like, no. Now I am calling because of a candidate in Warri Federal Constituency. That candidate had spent money doing buses. So he had, Siennas. He had Siennas that he had branded for the party. The last Obedient meeting, and Obedient NDC meeting that they did in Ughelli, he bussed 10 buses from Warri. In today's economy where fuel in the South is almost 1,400. So imagine what it takes to fuel 10 buses. You're talking of millions, almost 1 million. From Warri to Ughelli and back, with all the insecurity in Nigeria. This person has spent money. Warri Federal Constituency, I think, is made up of Warri South, Warri North, and Warri Southwest. And this person won his primary, just like different other candidates that won in the 3 senatorial districts. So in there, you will have different federal constituencies. You have senatorial district. You will have House of Assembly seats. So hold that in one hand. Then when we're all discussing that night, I'm making calls, I'm calling, I'm sending messages to different people, I'm just calling people high up, down, calling candidates. We are checking in each other, what's happening, it's like the rug was being pulled from under us. I know a candidate who has spent nothing less than 50 million building the party from the day that it became clear that PO was going to NDC. Some people have already spent 50 million. Then let it not be that we understand party primary. We understand the shenanigans that go on in state level. In NDC, what might be going on in the state level may not be known in the federal level. People need party officials in the state. They need mobilization here, mobilization there. And we did our best to mobilize them, at least to come and cover the primary in our own federal constituency. Now, we have it on good authority. When we started hearing that night that people's names had been removed, we have it on good authority and we started digging. And we found, before I say what I want to say something else. We understand the premise when you say, oh, there are some people that have their own structure. And as they are coming into a party, it is good that somebody steps down for them because they are coming into a party. They are coming with their structure. They've achieved heights in society. You cannot be telling them to run primaries with somebody that is less known. Case in point, Chief Oviomo Agege. He has been deputy Senate president. So even if somebody won there, it is fair if you explain with respect to that person that, guy, Omar Agege has a structure. He won 37% in an election that was just done 2.5 or 3 years ago. He has not lost that structure. This is in Delta Central. It made sense. But when we've done that, maybe in Delta Central, in Delta North, on that one senatorial district, because of their clouds, they've been speaker in the State House of Assembly, they've been deputy Senate president. But for any of those candidates to now say, I'm not saying they did, I don't know for Omar Agege, but we heard that night that one of the candidates that had that clout, for whom the party said, okay, let somebody step down because this person is bringing clout. This is it. For one of the candidates to be rumored to now bring a list and say, House of Assembly, he's great, he has a name. Federal constituency, he has a name. all the House of Assembly constituencies within the senatorial district, he has a name. Umbanu. No, now you can't pull the rug from our cap. The NDC is also inheriting the 10 million votes that PO got. We are bringing something to the table. You cannot say that you came, you take the senatorial district, you now come and say you take the federal constituency. That is one. Hold that one in one hand. Number two, these people that are coming, I 100% believe that many of them, if we vote for them, if they use the PO's popularity to sweep on election day, many of them will still decamp back to APC. I hope the party is putting that into consideration. Then number three, we have it on good authority. For my Warri federal constituency, for my own Warri federal constituency, we have it on good authority that the APC candidates, the person who currently won the primaries in APC, is the incumbent for that Warri federal constituency, was able to settle state officials, and I'm saying it without chewing stick in my mouth, was able to settle state NDC state officials. Now, the people they are using the people they want to use to replace the candidate who won the primaries, and we have the videos of the primaries. I have seen some of the pictures, but the candidate won't release his video, obviously for good reason. But I have seen the pictures. If you see the kind of youth, it's not youth that is pizza and whatever. I'm talking of like youth from Riverine. This is a riverine. This is a federal constituency where half is on land, almost half is on water. You're talking of going into Baramatu, going into a Kerenkoko, going into Escravos. I'm talking of those inside water kind of constituency. We have it on good authority that the APC candidate, who is the current sitting federal House of Rep person, does not want to face this particular candidate that gone to NDC because they know this candidate. They've worked with him in the past. They know his grassroots. This is a guy that has worked with them. Anytime he wants to now stand on his own, oh, we don't want you to edit it. Okay, now he has gone to school. He has got his law degree. He's built a business. He's given scholarship to the youth. And the youth are like, bros, is it every time you'll be doing mumu for these people? Come and stand. We want to back you. Not every time you'll be coming to sell people for us. We want to back you. When our Peking they sick, now you they come they help us. Come, we want to back you. And they came out. In one of the areas where they did the primaries, he got over 3,000 votes. Everything is on video camera. You know the painful thing? In this Warri federal constituency, remember I said the person that the problem there is coming because the APC candidate does not want to face this guy because this guy is a formidable candidate. That one is there. We have it on good authority at the end that the people connected the primaries to that area and the state officials collected money, and we know the amount. I will not mention it here. That's that. Then on top of that, if they were replacing him with a candidate that has notoriety, that is bringing his own structure, like them Omar Agege in their senatorial district, we will say, okay. The person they are replacing is one Pedro. Pedro was not among the 3 candidates that contested for the primary in that Warri federal constituency. Pedro was not there. When youth, because there was a lot of protest, instead of writing the result, they ran to another hotel. I don't know if it's along Airport Road towards the bridge side. They ran to another hotel. Youths, they went with camera. I saw all the pictures. They ran there to go and say, lie, you must write this vote. They now carried it to Asaba. The second candidate we now heard that they're trying to replace with, the guy is an Ijaw guy. If you tell him to spell his name, you give him 6 hours, he will not be able to spell it. So these two, they are not replacing this candidate with a formidable candidate that has notoriety, that has clout, that has name, position. They are replacing him with somebody else. One that did not take part in the primary, and the second one has no education. So the intrigues, and this person has clout. He has relatives in the media and everything. So we've told him, push it out through the media. It's like, no, you have to do the party way and everything. But I have come here today to drag the matter to the public to say, NDC Delta State, be one, do. Whatever money anybody, because you people also collected money from this candidate. This is my candidate. You people also collected money from him. He mobilized you people. Even more than that guy gave you people money. He mobilized you people. So I don't understand. Whatever intrigue is taking place in Warri Federal Constituency, we stand gidigba. We know they come up for this matter. And this issue settle it. We're not going to threaten the party. But if the party doesn't settle it internally, we'll be left with no other choice. I yield the mic.
Well said, Laura. Well said. That's all part what one is saying. Process. Even when you are trying to look at strategy and look at which candidate is winnable, but it's also important that you sit down. Let us see what by on the 10th. I think that's when NDC said they will announce their candidates. So let us just hope and trust that they will look at some of these grievances. People have applied to let the party know of the various issues that took place in various places. So I hope that they'll be guided by wisdom and they'll be guided by fairness, justice, and of course also taking into consideration who is best positioned to win for them, and not just win, and who is committed to the party. Yeah, so I think Laura made a good point, but we shouldn't be saying all these things at NDC. We're only saying it because we feel concerned and because we want that somehow they'll deal with all those pitfalls so that ultimately 2027 they'll win.
Okay, my quick one. But the list of the candidates hasn't been announced yet, right? Are they announced anyone? No. Huh?
No, the list has not been announced. The party is still looking at it. They say they will make an
So,
announcement. They'll make a pronouncement.
yeah, because I saw one of these other guy, this NDC guy, one of them from Edo State, not quite long, when he came to the was it the Channels TV, he was lamenting and everything, the way it was said that this betrayed him or something like that.
That is the guy from APC.
That guy from APC, yeah.
Does he think that he will come from APC and just pick a
But
ticket? They refuse
for
him in
me, those
APC. Why is he coming and he's talking nonsense and saying that
yeah,
he moved from
thank you.
pan to fire?
Because I feel that those
Who
guys
is
are
he?
APC. Those are Mo. Those are
Who
the
is he?
APC
What
Mo,
is he bringing to
which
the
they
party?
planted to ADC to distribute. So I was like confused that have they announced the names? Have they brought out the names of the candidates or something? I believe they were.
You
But
can
okay, just a quick one.
see from the way he spoke, he himself, you see, is not even committed to the party. Because the way
Thank you.
nobody that I have listened to who
So
say
you don't need those kind of people. You don't need those kind of people.
they rejected you in APC, your party that you have contributed and you have done everything for. They reject you, then you come ADC, suddenly come NDC, they no take you, then you are shouting here. How long has he stayed in ADC?
It's a
You just come and they
disgrace.
will dash it to you.
So you see that aspect now. There was another. I think there was another one again because when from the way he was talking, I got confused. I was like, have they released the candidate? And again, not only this NDC, APC have not released their own. I think you know. Then ADC as well have not released their own as well. So that got me thinking: are these people playing games? Are they trying to buy time to see who will first? Because I believe that anybody that released their candidate now, maybe some of them will try to work against the party. I don't know if you understand. It's more like a gamble, a very massive gamble that is going on now. Whoever released their name first,
All right,
I
MC,
bet you.
please. MC, can you give me a second, please? Let me quickly talk to someone here. Good evening, sir, and
Okay.
welcome.
Yeah, it's not a worry.
Mr. Tony, you're welcome. Sir?
Yeah. Okay, they owe me, so I don't want to talk that one because
Are they owe you waiting? Are they owe you, sir? No vex.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
So, yeah. I forgot his name. He just left. So I don't know whether he's still at the background.
Okay.
Mr. Benjamin.
Yes, he's attending to
something. Yeah. When you listen to I agree to and Benjamin and the rest of them there, then when you listen to what Laura said, and I've been following carefully listening to some because you normally start late this time around. I have to listen to your program the next day. So, it's okay. Yeah. So when you listen to all this thing, my greatest fear is this. You see, when the wall cracks, there are chances of leakage.
Okay.
Now, the way NDC is going, they are having like a cracked wall or a wall that is about to crack, and liquid will pass through.
Wall will they never even build, and won't crack.
Okay. Anyone, if you put it that way. Now, the one where they never build, then they still lay the foundation, but the foundation is already trying to be weak or trying to collapse. And that last time I will fill it up my APC. And I have to be very, very careful. Whenever I hear all this, all the way from Aisha, Yusuf, and I was so annoyed. And then the whole thing there is that APC will use that and put the same type of game or destruction.
But the APC itself is having its own problem too.
No, forget their own. They know what maybe even if they are having their own problem, but you cannot compare them because they are already in power. Everybody wants something that will come up and then be straightforward and strong to get these people out of power, to take them out. And they are doing all these things. Look at what Laura said. When you listen to the way Madam Laura breaks it down and listen to T.Y. Daniel, what they are saying, you find out, okay, only in Delta. We haven't heard about other states. We are talking about Delta. So if such a thing is going on in Delta, and if people have already, it's true that politics is all about winning. But at the same time, if it's all about winning, and then people, if you are selecting your first 11, and there have been people practicing to play that match, and you come and then you put them aside, and then you are bringing another first 11, you have to be very, very careful what you are doing.
Well, I hope the party will make amends. And the truth is that party primaries across border is always contentious. People, they always get issues like this. Just like everyone has stated, I'm sure they're learning their lessons because they see the problem is creating, and not just within social media or within the localities where these primaries happen, but it creates, it don't reach national TV. It don't reach Arise, reach channels, reach every other place. So not waiting to go feel hide anymore. So I want to believe.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying because you're saying a lesson has to be learned.
I'm sure they will do something about it. And just like C.Y. Danjuma said, we have to cut them some slack. This party is a very young party. And somehow it can't be like, say, this kind of crisis almost the inevitable. But however, I fault the party hierarchy on how they use them. And I want to put all this blame for Sarah Kebisi's head. My fault, because he's too old a politician and too experienced a politician to make these silly mistakes and leave these loopholes where he live. I mean, he had said he had tightened and everything. They are not from the beginning. Can't reach primaries, now he can't lose in the north. It don't make sense at all. But I'm sure that they will learn from this. So let's not just continue to cast aspersions.
As you said, from what T.Y. Danjuma said, in as much as they are going to learn a lesson from, my own principle is this: that the person that learns a lesson is the one that a lesson is being taught in the school. So if they don't go to school to learn that lesson, then there is a big mistake. But men looking at them, you can see the Sarkidis and the rest of them. It seems they missed some classes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Uchepi. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you
so much, sir. All right. I keep choosing. I don't know whether you don't talk. No vex, sir. I was attending to something. I keep choosing. Have you spoken, sir, or would you like to speak quickly?
No, I have not.
So go ahead, sir.
Thank you, my sister Precious. God bless you.
Welcome, sir.
My brother Tony, how you doing?
I do. How now?
See me, I did. No problem.
Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here, bro.
Yes, my brother. You know, a long time I used to be on Precious, program, but it is what it is anyway. But
what happened? Did I offend you, sir? You not tell me.
Sorry?
Did I offend you?
No, you did not offend me. Tony understood what I'm saying.
So why did you run away, sir?
I did not run away. I listened to your program every day. From Monday to Friday, I listen to your program.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Even when I'm working, if I come back, I try to listen to your program. So I'm not missing anything out of your program. The only thing I miss is me being present, but I listen to your program.
So is it safe to say that you were protecting your mental health?
No, not really, because in Nigeria, no matter how long you try to prevent your mental health, you always have a mental problem, because Nigeria is every day you wake up in the morning, whenever a phone that 234 rings in your phone, your mental health starts, because you don't know what the message is going to be, So, but what can we do? I just want to speak the issue of NDC. My brother Tony has spoken well. I just want everybody to really understood and understand where these particular people find themselves, the kind of tight in a tight corner where this party found themselves in a space of 3 months. You know, nothing is going to be perfect, and I think that most of us who listen to our leader, Mr. Peter Obi, who the second meeting he said, "Listen, everybody should. Uh, all of us are not going to win, you know, and if you don't win now, you're going to win another time. But not winning doesn't mean that you leave the family because the family is too big to accommodate everybody. And I think, his word is always a shooting word to a lot of people. And I think that he is going to visit many states in the South. You know, he's going to speak to people. He will go to many states in the South to try to, calm the nerves of people. You remember that before this primary, there was no endorsement of any kind. You know, it was agreed no endorsement of anybody. So everybody they stayed away from endorsing anybody. So but the only thing I want to appeal to my fellow obedience, um, emotions are high sometimes, but we should try to understand that. Um, for example, the issue of Delta State, I'm not from Delta, but I follow what is going on in the Delta politics. I believe that my brother Benjamin, who was speaking when I joined, I believe that there was a meeting between Senator Dixon and the people from Delta, including Patrick Tommy. I think it was resolved, if I'm correct, between Kempela and the man supposedly that will be the governorship candidate of uh, NDC in Delta State. And I think the two individuals they're obedient, so we can't fight ourselves, right? There's so many ways we can do these things to be able to, you know, uh, to let go, but also give those people a word that will be able to let them understand that this is just the beginning. The sky is the beginning of everybody that is a member of NDC. You know, everyone that has been offended by one way or the other, the party has to come out openly and address the people, not by letter, not by press release, by going to every section of the NDC where there is a problem. Sit down with everybody, let them understand what the party meant for everybody, and those who, in whatever way that they have been offended with what happened. I am with my brothers here, my brother Tony. The process was wrong, in the case study of our sister Aisha Yusuf, right? Aisha is not crying wolf because she did not win. No, Aisha was only crying because of the process, because she understands the bigger picture. She's in NDC because of the bigger picture, not because she lost out or whatever that happens. But it's the process. That's why she was able to vent out her situation, and she has moved on and she has forgotten it, and she's moving on because of the bigger picture of what everybody is fighting for. So what am I trying to say? Everybody that is a member of NDC should understand that when Mr. P2B has been telling everybody since last year that I am going to be on the ballot, nobody knew which ballot, but he has always told us, I am going to be in the ballot. So I think that people should experience what happened in Labour Party and what is happening in NDC right now. It should teach all of us a very big lesson, because there are so many people that we supported in 2022, 2023, including the taxi driver or the Okada ride and whatever they call them, everybody that rode on the back of the waves. They went to the National Assembly and all of them decamped, and some of them now who were promised by APC never got what they want. They want to rush back again to NDC to get a ticket. I think that the party has to be very careful who they should be able to give their ticket. First of all, building a new political party that is just 3 months, you need a solid foundation. You need people who have been playing politics for so many years. You need them to be the foundation of the new political party. Then the younger one, the younger generation, the fresh minds will be coming in gradually because the family is big. Because what is important now is that is my brother Benjamin going to win election instead of my brother Tony? Maybe Tony is more popular, but in the political realm of Nigerian politics, maybe Benjamin has more structure, something that can bring vote to the party. And that's the sacrifice that each and every one of us supposed to do for the party. Because it's just 3 months or 4 months a political party. And, they were even able to do the little they have done during this process of primary. So I think that, like my brother Tony said, I wasn't happy with the process. And because communication was not good. And you can see the publicity secretary coming out this week trying to remedy that lack of communication, because the publicity secretary, I don't think he was able to carry everybody along with the information that the party is giving out to people. So I think that my brother, who is a member of NDC, I'm only appealing to all of you. We are outside Nigeria. We are not there, but we are following our principle, Mr. Peter. Even if he goes to village political party, I am going there with him, So, and the only thing I want to assure our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, it can never be from top to bottom anymore, because that is what killed us in Labour Party. We want to vote people. We want to carry people who has this party at heart. And that was why I followed their national executive meeting, the one that they had last week, when they're talking about party supremacy. I think that has been the problem. But now that it has been enshrined in their constitution, I don't know, I have not got their constitution yet, but I think they're talking mostly about party supremacy. I think that every one of us who are aggrieved, who are angry to what happened during this process, we can be able to come together as family and say, listen, something has happened. What is the way forward? Those people who agree, like my brother Benjamin was explaining, a lot of emotions are high. But what is important in these 3 months of a political party is structure. And we cannot want to lose Delta State. Neither will I want us to lose Edo State. So Delta and Edo is very important and vital to this movement. So we cannot afford to continue to fight ourselves. And why we know the people that are trying to, what are they trying to do? They're trying to create a narrative. After all, they say they are going to be the best. What is different between them and the parties who have been there for 20 years or 15 years? I mean, we should know what the narrative that is being created is all about. So we, as people who are supporting this party, who are following our principle, we should be able to understand the narratives that is going around, about, like the man who was shouting, he entered from fire to frying pan. These are the kind of people who wanted to become a mole into the party, and you get to do something, to prevent certain people not to get inside it. But for example, somebody like Omo Agege, for example, he has a political clout in Delta State. If there is a way that he can be accommodated to the party, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Like Oche, like you said, Kempela, I like Kempela, but I don't think he has the political clout of these 2 other people. So I think there should be a compromise, where people should be able to compromise and say, listen, we are pursuing, we have one goal, and that goal is at the center. But you cannot only concentrate on the center. The local government, the wards, they are very, very important to all of us. So I am only a
my brother.
Mr. Ike, choosing your frozen.
My brother.
You muted yourself. So Benjamin, I'd like you to quickly address all of these issues. But while doing that, I'd like to call your attention to...
last comment? Sorry,
yes, we lost you, but it's okay, sir. We get your points. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
My
So
brother.
Benjamin, while addressing very quickly, while you will address all of this, may I call your attention to, just perhaps you also add to address the Delta case issue, because from what I see, research shows that your governorship candidate in NDC, I think Barrister Odebala also, that's his name, right?
No, in NDC, they say is Deacon Chris.
Yes, Dick increased. I
So
think
it's not
that's
Odebala.
No,
no.
it's Deacon Chris.
It's Dick
Okay,
increased.
so because if it's Barrister Odebala, because I know that one will be like saying an Ibori guy, according to sources. So if he's
No,
an Ibori guy, how can he use an Ibori guy to fight an Ibori guy who's Okowa?
no.
And Ogori?
It's
How
Deacon
possible would that
Chris.
be?
It's
Mm.
Deacon Chris.
Yes.
You see, this thing that we're talking about, let us, you see, if there is anybody who have made sacrifice in this party, thank God I have a witness here. It is me. Since we finished 2023, ask, I have not rested. I'm not contesting for any position, but because of the love I have for Obi, I've been sometimes when I'm spending, he will say, no, you are spending too much. I said, we don't know the direction Obi is going. We don't know the decision he's going to. I said, as far as this man is alive, I will follow him. So they did this. Then when they moved to ADC, we move. And let me tell you, you see this local politics, we make somebody who cannot even talk to you to talk to you. Now, if there is anything in politics is nurturing a structure in a country like Nigeria, it's not my mind.
I agree with you, my brother.
So no matter how people said everything is not about money, do you think that nobody in Nigeria that you will call tomorrow now and talk, after talking you said tell the person to go, you think he will come tomorrow? So there must be something you are doing to keep everybody together. So when Obi moved to NDC, when I got, of course, in ADC, I was able to find me and my followers were able to muzzle ourselves in, find ourselves, still maintain our structure. But it became because I feel that I will have somebody I will push in this 2027, right? I have people in mind. But things has happened because if I'm saying it here, people will feel maybe because we are in this meeting, you just want to. I have a living witness here in this meeting. You understand? Even sometimes my wife will be saying, you think everything you are working here, do these people know how you make this money? You send it for party, for politics, for party. It's just the love. My children, they are not there. You understand? But a time has, like you said, we need to compromise. The fact is that since Obi is in the ballot, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But I can tell you that the sleepless night APC is having now is this Obi, not Omo Agege, not Oche, not anybody. That this NDC now...
Not Atiku.
No. I can tell you.
Forget about Atiku. Precious, today is what? Today is 6th, right?
You understand? But let me tell you the
can
formula.
Never win. Sorry, my brother.
Let me tell you the formula.
Atiku can never win any state in the south of Nigeria in 2027.
You see,
he can never win no
everybody
state
still have that same thought. These people we are giving way now, are they going to stay? Are they not there to harm us? But like you said, we need people. Experience matters in everything. You see, like this place we are, if you apply for a job here, whether you are very intelligent, what they look at is your experience first. How long have you done this thing?
It's true.
Let me tell you, that night we had that primary election. Do you know that INEC was trying to change the result that night? But who remedied the situation? It was Omo Agege and this Oche. And if there is anybody now that is giving Oko a sleepless night, is this Oche. One, I know him, they know he's a tiger. See, he's a mafian. You want peace, he will give you peace. You want toggery, he will give you toggery. You want dialogue, he will give you the toggery. You want shooting, he will give you the shooting. And let me tell you, you see, Nigerian, these people, these APC people we are fighting, they are leveraging on the lenience of Obi. There are some certain things Obi cannot do. That is not his person. They know that. They know that. They know that. If they shake him, he may want to like, and that is why some people are still angry with that kind of behavior. Because people, let me tell you, everybody, like if they want to conduct election today, I can tell you, Obi, that is, they want to conduct like free and fair election. Obi will clear everywhere as it stands today in Nigeria. But you see, the loopholes there, who are those who are going to match it? That is
that
what
may not be correct for some northern people who are demarketing him. You know that, right?
No, that's not true. My dear, let us tell ourselves the truth. Let us tell ourselves. See, no reasonable Nigerian now who will vote Tinubu. My brother, look at no reasonable Nigerian now who will do that. So, if you are looking at what they are looking at, how are we going to avoid the rigging? It's only rigging, no. It's only rigging. Forget about the people. If NDC should be talking about...
Wait, Benjamin, are you insinuating that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu through Oga Amokwe to Joash is not planning to conduct an election in 2023?
No.
Just to rig all the way?
See, let me tell you. Why do you think Tinubu is pampering Wike like a baby? You think Tinubu like Wike? But he believes that these are the mafians who will give him what he needs in 2027.
Well, I'm only encouraging Nigerians, but they started the rigging already because
so the point now, as party members, as party faithful, let us leave that I get the ticket, I no get the ticket. This one get the ticket. Even if party don't make mistake, if nobody lost past me.
That is my clarion call for everybody. Let's bury the hatchet and come together and form.
And come together. Because if we start this thing now, they didn't do well. For how long are we going to do it? INEC timeline don't pass. NDC don't do what they do. Let us accept it.
Ben, that is where the party has to come in. You know, go beat a child finish and make you not cry. Those who are crying,
exactly.
those where they cry have genuine reason to cry. But it's up to the father to now say, okay, sorry, no vex, calm down. This is what we're going to do. This is what, let us work together. Make we win
what
first.
I keep saying. No matter like this places Obi is going, I'm telling you, see everybody making noise now. If Obi call them together, if Obi pick his phone now, and say, I want to see you, no matter where they are, they will answer him.
You know your principle. He's not even going to call you on the phone. He's going to come. He's going to visit the state in the south. He knows what is going on. He's the flag bearer of the political party. So he's going to come around. He's going to visit people to let you know that
let us not overhype this situation.
No. For me, somebody like me, I'm not hyping it. It's like that man who went to the
Mr. Benjamin.
Yeah.
Mr. Benjamin, I reply you in the beginning. I said to you, this is what I said. I said, let's cut NDC a slack. Enough is enough of this argument and everything. This one they come, this one they not everybody. You see, you can't please everybody. You cannot please everybody.
All right. So Laura, I know you want to drop some thoughts very quickly. Let's just have you so that we will wrap up the conversation and end this.
Thank you, Precious. So quickly, Mr. Benjamin, I hear you. Remember, I said this is not NDC national, this is NDC in the state. This is not an issue of consensus versus this, it is an imposition due to a local arrangement in a place. They, like Precious has said in 2 days or so ago, you could have just held a consensus and said no primaries. When you held a primary in Warri Federal Constituency and a candidate came and the candidate won, if you want to put a candidate, bring a candidate maybe that was a former Federal House of Rep. I'm trying to, for example, someone like Temi Harriman, who has been a former Federal House of Rep person. She has clout, this, that. Bring her. Bring someone who has been a past person, like the way you have Omo Agege. Don't bring Mr. Benjamin, who nobody in that federal constituency knows. That's my point. The person in particular did not participate in the primaries, and nobody knows him. The youths are not rallied behind him. That's one. And this thing, when you say everybody should come together, let me tell you one risk there. As a person who deals with risk in my everyday life and in my career, when you bring a candidate that is not popular, you see, some obedience are comparing this election with 2023 election. That's a mistake. Compare this election with every election that Tinubu has conducted since he came into power. Compare 2027. That's a more balanced comparison. Compare the 2027 election with APC, with Lagos State local government election, with AMAC election, with Edo State governorship election, with the coming Ekiti State election, with the coming Osun State. When you compare, you will see the common indices of how APC intends to operate on election day. Precious interviewed some AAC candidates, some candidates generally after the Lagos State local government election. One day I will beg Precious that let us sit down and talk about APC's rigging strategy. Many obedience are saying, oh, we are planning to vote and defend our vote. Yimu. Tinubu's rigging strategy is not post-voting. If you check all the elections he's done since he came into power, he rigs it before voting. Look at APC, look at the Lagos State local government elections. The simple way they rigged it is 90% of everybody in the polling unit, you are not going to find your name on the list that they will post on that place on the day. I don't want to take this, I don't want to hijack her program and use it to focus on APC. The day that we are ready to talk about that, I will sit down for 30 minutes and show you. Watch patterns, guys. Watch patterns. All the rigging in this time around will be prior to. Look at what Wike did in AMAC. The rigging was prior to. You want to vote and defend your vote. Not be if you vote, now you go fit defend the vote. 90% of people in every polling unit will not be able to vote because you'll be thrown away. Go and check what happened in Lagos.
Just
If you are in
to buttress that point, Laura, very quickly. It's almost already happening, if that is what is happening now, with people checking their voters' registration status on INEC portal and is not showing. Like their database is deleted.
A family member called me today that
like
she's trying to move
waiting to happen. And then these political parties are not taking it serious. So press on INEC that this nonsense has to stop.
They laugh Nigerians.
Because why right now, instead of them to focus on what is going on with INEC now, we're focusing on primaries. Meanwhile, INEC, according to what people are saying, and from evidences that they have shown, is systematically deleting people's database. So that means
let me give you an example. You
cannot even see your name in the INEC record.
Let me give you an example.
So how will you be accredited?
I have a family member who moved from where she used to stay to another part of the town. Now, in the last election, because there was nothing like curfew there was a bit of curfew, but not the type that Wike did in Abuja. She was able to move from where she stayed. She walked to that place and she voted, and there was no issue. With what Wike,
Laura, just give him a second. Let him quickly respond to you. And
somebody talking to me.
Yes, okay, Benjamin wants to quickly respond because he needs to run. He's been here for a couple of hours.
Yeah,
so Benjamin, would you like to respond very quickly? Let's let you go.
You see, what you are saying is exactly, you see, if we are not united, how do we bring these thoughts together? If we keep fighting for primaries, how are we going to bring these thoughts together?
Benjamin, please, can I answer you on that? This is why you must take candidates that are area warriors.
No, the deed has been done. What are we going to do?
Hold on, Benjamin. All the Jaguda in that constituency must be behind you. The youths that take
So Laura,
before they come out.
in your opinion, let's assume that the deed has been done now. They've made their mistakes. How do you suggest that they make good that mistake?
Oh, the party can sort it out, number one, or the party will have to deal with pre-election matters. Go and look at, hold on, Precious. Let's not forget what happened in PDP in Plateau State. A lot of the names that PDP submitted in Plateau State, and when the governor in PDP won the election, do you remember that they said they all bought from there was pre-election matter that was not properly resolved? And at the end of the day, they were all disqualified, and it was given to the second winner, which was APC Governor Muftang. So there is a timetable for pre-election matters. People will go to court. Any candidate that knows, see, if the candidate in Warri Federal constituency was replaced someone like Yemi Harriman or somebody that has been a formidable politician, we will say yes. The candidate was replaced with a nobody. So I am not determining for the candidate. The candidate has his choice. If I was the one, you can submit Mr. Benjamin as the person who the youths in the community do not like. They don't know him. They don't like him. He did not participate in the primary. And he's not a formidable person that we all can queue behind. You can submit him. His name will read there. I can take the party in the states, not the national, because this has nothing to do with Sereke DC. I can take the party to the state, produce all my evidence. To court. Hold on now, Precious. Produce my evidence.
He needs to run. He spent about 3 hours with us. He needs to run.
INEC can put my name there and say by court order. That's just my point.
Oh, okay. So you mean say make the party, that the political party should make good to those people by changing this name now through INEC,
so that it doesn't become a pre-election matter. Precious, remember your state when it was your state governor Amechi that they gave that decision, that court, that a Supreme Court judgment that says it is the party that wins the mandate, not an individual. Remember Rotimi Amechi, when you had that man for 6 months who was your governor for 6 months, and then they later remove him. Do you remember? I can't remember the details.
It was a process up to Mr. Supreme Court. It was Supreme Court who delivered that judgment.
That was Omehi and Amechi, and it was the Supreme Court that delivered that judgment.
My point, Benjamin, is if you have a local candidate that you are not representing with, that you are not so you are not removing the local candidate who has won to put someone like Oche, to put someone like Omar Agege, to put a strong, formidable person. If it is that case, everybody will double and say you have put somebody that has a name, that has following. But where you put a random person because you collected money, I'm telling you that there will be nobody that it is not the party itself that collected money in that place. Laura.
It is not the party in general. It's from the state level that happened.
It's the state people that collected money.
It's from the state level that happened. Go ahead, Laura.
There are people, Precious, that have seen that their names have come out that they gave stuff to. I may not like them, but I have, for the benefit of Obi, I have to swallow, because even APC in Delta State is afraid to enter Omogege's space. They not bond them. APC Delta State no go enter.
So Laura, the question I ask is that how do you intend for them to make good? I think you've answered, but I would have loved if you can portray.
Do you know that you are still within the substitution period? After all, Atiku has not submitted his VP's name. So you are still with, let's not forget the last election when Tinubu first put this former governor of Katsina State, and later as a placement candidate, and then later changed it for the. So Atiku hasn't even put his name. Yes, what people have done in meeting the deadline is that you've conducted, whether you've uploaded or not, you are still within that substitution period. I think you have up to September 30th or so to substitute names, because even Atiku now hasn't put. Remember that Tinubu put Masari. Initially, Tinubu and Masari was already submitted. So you are still don't let anybody deceive you. I've gone back to INEC website and I've read it. You are still within your substitution period. If you go and check now, ADC has not named Atiku's vice. APC
sorry, Laura, can I ask you a quick question?
Substitution issues. So don't let anybody tell you that, oh, this is the final list. No, there's still a lot of substitution going on. And see, let us even forget my Warri Federal constituency. I'm just telling you that there are certain constituencies all across the country that if you happen to not have a big name like Omar Agege, and people have done the primaries in that place, and somebody in the primaries has won, and you see that the rank and file, the, in quotes, kwankwasia of that place, so to speak, are supporting this candidate. And I'm not talking of pizza eating youth. I'm talking of youth that when they did Niger Delta amnesty, these are some of the youths that came to drop Kala down. If those kind of youths are backing a candidate, and the candidate at all, why are you trying to replace people who don't know? My point is, sorry, Precious, I want to make this one point and I will get off. I want to get out of this
Go
because
ahead.
I
Okay.
want other people to be able to speak. There's one point I want all of us to forget, not to forget. They say playing devil's advocate. I don't want to play devil's advocate, but I want to create a different scenario. And this scenario already happened in Senegal. God forbid, being that we have the artful dodger, the ultimate election rigger in office, Tinubu, whom we know that it will take 99.9% he will rig. And we have only, like, let's just say we have a 2% chance, so 98% he will rig. Let's just say Tinubu manages to rig himself to office. And we know that the international community are waiting to stamp it because Tinubu is their candidate, right? The second best thing that can happen to Nigerians is to have a federal legislature, the upper and the lower house, where APC is prevented from having the two-thirds necessary to change our constitution to give Tinubu a third term. I have thought, I've gone beyond the election. I have thought beyond the election. And some of the things I say, if you go and listen to Jimmy Disu on Info FM, these are some of the things that some of those people are thinking of. I have gone beyond Nigeria's election. For me, and I don't want to damp, I will not say who will win, but for me, 98% Tinubu will rig it. And the international community are waiting to stamp it. Will Obi win 100%? Will they write it for him? It will depend on whether Nigerians are willing to take the country beyond the brink. And I'm not the one saying it. I'm quoting Professor Chidi Odinkalu when he said the opposition are weak. They are not willing to take the election beyond the brink. But my point is the second best thing that we can have, because everybody's just focused only on Obi. Yes, Obi is extremely important. What if they rig Obi out? The second best thing that can happen to this country, to Nigeria, is to make sure that we block a two-third majority. And in doing that, if you keep putting APC wannabes, people who dropped out of APC, you keep filling them, people who are not obedient, the people you can, the most difficult people that if they win federal legislature, Senate, Federal House of Rep, the most difficult people for you to bribe to decamp to APC are original obedience. All these APC decampees, if for any reason Bola Tinubu is now trying to get a two-third majority and APC doesn't have it straight away from the elections, it's very easy to get all these people who are decamping from APC now to move back and they will get their two-third majority. Are we not seeing? You already have 34 governors. To change certain key parts of the constitution, you need two-thirds of the both houses, to both chambers, and you need two-thirds of the state houses of assembly. He already has two-thirds because it's 24 states. 24 states of the 36, you have your two-thirds. The best we can do now is to block an outright majority. And in blocking it, we need to ensure that the kinds of people that we vote under NDC, YPP, ADC are people that you cannot bribe to decamp to APC. So if they are 10 short, if they are 20 short, if they are 15 short of hitting the two-third majority, that is the second best thing we can do. Let me point us all to something. Look at what happened in Senegal. When Usman Sonko was running against the French-backed president, I can't remember his name off the top of my head now. He was running against that guy. Ran against him the first time when he was just in his 30s. He couldn't beat him. He ran against him the second time. He couldn't beat him, but he was able to win. All the opposition, they sort of coalesced together. They didn't form one party, but they coalesced together, and they were able to block an outright majority for the ruling party. So they were able to block a lot of his bills. When he tried to move the election date, as the youths were protesting, they were able to block it. And because the youth and the Senate were already blocking it, it was easy for the Supreme Court in Senegal to block it. Look at what has just happened in Senegal. They are having financial problems in terms of the monies they borrow. They need money to finance their budgets and all that. The current president, what's his name? Diomaye Faye. Let's not forget that Usman Sonko there was a court judgment against him that was tearing up the insurrection, whatever, and he's been blocked from being a president. So when he backed Diomaye Faye, because they were both in jail, came out from jail, 10 days later, they ran the election. Usman Sonko, is the charismatic person that the youths were following. But because that judgment, he had to back Diomaye Faye. Diomaye Faye is the president. He then appointed Ousmane Sonko as prime minister. Now they ran on a oppose French imperialist policies. When you get into power, it's a different thing. You need money to fund your budget. And they are seeing the rubber has hit the ground. So what has happened? France, International Monetary Fund, has made certain demands of them. And when it came to implement some of those austerity, the way Tinubu is implementing, the Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko, the real original radical, said, no, I will not let you. And he fired the entire cabinet, including his Prime Minister. Guess what? The entire the opposition in parliament rallied round, created an open seat. They elected Ousmane Sonko into that seat straight away, and they now made him the speaker. Essentially, they made him the Senate speaker. He's the speaker of the assembly. So it's a showdown. The government cannot pass those policies that they wanted to pass through the assembly. That is a mature democracy. That is why Senegal has had 60 unbroken years of democracy. They understand, okay, we can't get the prime minister position because this guy has been kicked out. Bring him into this. He's firebrand enough to block everything. This Obi, we need to begin to be matured and think beyond just that. Ladies and gentlemen, Obi is not desperate. Will he win? Absolutely. Will he be put in? I doubt. The international community do not want him. They want Tinubu because they need him to put the policies that he's putting. Go and read about how the European banks bankrupted the Ottoman Empire in 18-something. You will see exactly what is happening. That's happening in Senegal, is happening in Nigeria. So the second best thing is to have a parliament that blocks this president. And there are two things we can do there. Block APC from having an outright majority. And in those people that we are voting, let it not be that we will waste all this time because we are being so blind. Oh, we want people that we just block. Hey, people that we win, people that we win. What if those people are APC moles? Oh, Che came from APC. I'm not saying it's an APC mo. Omagege came from APC. I'm not saying it's an APC mo. But all across the country, if we are just handing things to APC people, what stops them? Tinubu will put $1 billion, $2 billion to get. If it's headshot, it will put the money down. People will move. Is it not better that we elected obedience that are true to the cause, that we know that this person cannot try it? You cannot move an Aisha. There's no money you can give an Aisha to move. There's no money you can give to this woman from Kogi State to go and give them the majority. I am saying, let us be careful. I don't know. I respect the elders, but in our bid to win this thing, let us not cut our nose to spite our face. I yield the mic.
Can I come in?
Okay, are we still talking? You guys also keep me here forever, but just go ahead.
Okay, Laura, just a quick one. But the list, they've not read the list out yet now, right?
The list has already been submitted.
People already know the list. It's those of you outside who don't know what's in the list. If you've been replaced, you already know. So there are people internally who are saying stuff. That is why we've been crying since Saturday.
So, but for me, I feel that this is not stupid enough to allow this kind of nonsense to be taking place
that
now.
Means you don't know Nigerian politics. If you go see, let me give you something quickly to go and watch. Go to Info FM. FM dailies. So they have this dailies program. Go and watch every
Sorry, let me just type it quickly. Info
FM. That there's a radio station called Info FM. They have a program in the morning called Dailies. Go and watch the one for every Monday. There is a political analyst called Dr. Majid Dahiru. He has been saying it consistently now for weeks that the weakest part of the Nigerian political system is the political party. See, from when Ibori was a governor, that's when I understood certain things. If you look at Delta State, I give you an example. There was a woman in Delta State who is from those Anyoma side. I don't know exactly where. She wanted to run. I don't know if it's Federal House of Rep or I can't remember the seat she wanted to go for. PDP people opposed Ibori from putting. Okay, no, I can't remember the details, but somebody needed to go there when they were doing the primaries. But I think Peter Nwaobushi was, I can't remember if he was the PDP chairman. I can't remember now. But there was somebody in PDP Federal, something Ali. I don't know if he was their chairman or their secretary, Ali, but they say his wife was from Delta State. I don't know if his first wife, his second wife, I don't know, was from Delta State, and he wanted her to get a seat. You know, the way Aneni was trying to put his wife, put his kids and all that. He wanted her to get a seat, but he was from the national. And Delta State politics is so strong that even though you are from the national in PDP, you are trying to put your wife in the local will take precedence. And she couldn't get the PDP ticket in the state. They went to put her in one funny party that nobody knows, and they rigged her in, and she you know, because the governor was trying to do the bidding of that person in the national. The state people opposed the governor, and at the end of the day, just give her any party, we'll rig her in. My whole point in this, sir, is not even. I finished the story about that federal constituency NDC matter. I finished that. I'm just calling all of our attention to say, all across Nigeria, whether it's NDC, whether it's Accord Party, whatever party, I want us to also focus our mind that the second best thing, if they refuse to give Obi, if INEC refuses to name Obi as the president, the second best thing for the country is to stop APC from having an outright two-third majority. If you stop them from having an outright two-third majority, even the speaker will be a battle. Even to be able to get the speaker to be stamped will be a battle. Look at South Africa's parliament. You have the ANC, you have the MDC, you have Julius Malema's party. It was a battle to form government. And sometimes I just watch it I was speaking with a white South African lady. Sometimes you just watch it just to crack up and laugh. If you see some of the people there, they are not very literate. Some of the people that have come from Malema's party, one other party, some of them just have only 10 senators or representatives. But the opposition that they are giving to the ANC is robust. What I am saying is, what if they don't give Obi? What is the other way we can checkmate Tinubu? For example, we have a bill for collection of taxation that says that is a French company that will be collecting our taxes. Guys, I went to read an article of how European banks bankrupted the Ottoman Empire in the late part of the 18th century. Do you know that one of the things they did was that they forced Turkey, that is modern day Turkey, to appoint a foreign bank, a foreign organization outside of Turkey to be the ones to collect their tax? Today, when I saw that place, my head went boom, because that is what they are doing to us. They are they forced Nigeria, because we are so heavily indebted. They forced us to make a French bank collect our taxes. Guys, there is a process to bankrupt our nation. We cannot fix. See, Obi is my person. But we know that Tinubu will rig it and the EU will stamp it. What is the next
not coming
best
back.
thing? What is beyond the NDC matter? That was a small matter. What is the next best thing? It is so painful that the immaturity of our politics. Because look at, I am amazed at the quality of the Senegalese politics. I'm amazed at the quality of the South African politics. It's not because the most educated people are there. I've seen people that are like, maybe they just have grade 3, JSS3 certificate in the South African thing. They don't even know how to say Mr. Speaker. They speak in their local language sometimes. But they were able to deny the ANC an outright majority. That is what I'm talking about. Guys, let's think. If Tinubu has an outright majority, we go see Pepe. Do you know that this tax bill says that the tax office has a right to seize your property without a court order, without going to court? Who does that? I yield the mic. We're in trouble. Fundamentally, not even all these smaller ones. We need to block an outright majority. What if they don't give Obi? Which is highly likely. If it's a country where the bookmakers track the odds and sell wins or whatever, pool or betting based on the odds, the chances will be very low because of the system we operate. What is the next best thing? What is our contingency? I've just refused to join some of the spaces because I forced myself to go and register a Twitter account 2 days ago to go and raise an issue. People, premium tears. I have faced the reality. In a risk-based approach to doing something, you will put every scenario mapping. Put it on the table. If Obi wins, then what? If Obi doesn't win, then what? What is the next best strategy? What are the next best options? What are the pros? What are the cons? What can we do? I yield the mic.
Oh, goodness me. Does anyone have any other thing to say? It's been a bumper ride this evening. Well, let me just take a few messages. CJ would just see your message. You said
What I have.
block truth. Who is that? Oga, okay. Okay, let me quickly take the message. Say block rows, lack of election materials being delivered to some polling units, premature end of registration dates, changed polling units, of course, and the things that could characterize the ETC, then go characterize the election. Well, that's some of the complaint people made in the Lagos City election. And then and somebody said mention one person who we cannot bribe in Nigeria. I beg nobody feel bribe me. Oh. Except I agree that I want to be bribed. So you understand, you can't bribe me. I don't know about you, but if you're so easy to be bribed, please just go ahead and congratulations to you. So I don't have a problem with people being able to be bribed. It's good that you do you. Even if it's that bad, I would rather come out and beg for help and cry, do Bambia Lamona help me, than say you bribe me. I'd be very stubborn woman. I know say for River State to be very, very stubborn. So the stubbornness and pride in me will not allow me to yield to your demand if I am bribed. That's the problem. So I can take your money, but to do that your demand after the taking of the money is a problem because I'm too stubborn somehow. So you know where we're from come. You know, say what they award.
That means say you agree now. That means say you
Yeah,
agree. When you
no,
agree,
I'm
you take their
stubborn.
money. You not gonna deliver.
I can take the money from you if I know say na government money. Now you get that. I can take them from you if I know say na government money. But you know if you control my actions, except I did convinced by that action where I won't act. Not be say because of say you give me. This life, everybody go die one
And
day.
the
So
best thing,
don't die
not
when no
just
be
take them
die.
now,
We
not
go
just
all
take,
die.
because the Bible,
Nobody
say
go
the
live
Bible
here
talk and
forever.
say, yeah, the Bible talk and say, if you take, now you say you don't become part of the something. The best thing, not just take them, because once
No,
you not take them, you're not involved, not commit yourself at all, not just
precious,
take them. So you'll
precious,
still keep your dignity.
precious will not take. You just say just that she will not take.
They don't
She
understand me.
will
I
not
feel like
take.
saying only you don't understand me small. I not talk, see, maybe not be just to say I no go take. If I see saying I government money and the get as it take come, I go take it, but I will not even take. Because you see, I'm very, very comfortable with where I am, even though I don't have much. So let's not forget about it. Maybe if I don't make too much money pass as I did. What was I gonna say? I be wanting to say in weekend don't tell on say no get problem with anybody coming to vote for P2B for River State. In problem and just one man winning a I don't know what I know. Say that
If
get the
you
problem.
voted
Make I
for
show
B,
you
if you
that
voted for B here, I have no problem with you. If you voted for Swat, I have no problem. The only problem I get if you vote for the other person. You see, now agreement where we reach. Do you understand me? You know, all of us they talk here. When Obi came to this state, Nambi provide everything for him, Nambi. But that is the truth. Since I dey campaign, who don't see me say I talk anything against Obi. Anybody can say so. Don't me say if I won't talk, and I will kill you. No. What do you mean that? I go talk when I go talk. Heaven will not fall. Even when heaven will fall, we don't go fast again. Because heaven don't come. So it is easy to go to heaven.
Because you
But
not go fast.
we say one of us now one. So anybody say support to be here or you support us what you make I tell them I no get problem. They say we can do this, we can do that. We can INEC, he buy everybody, go hold the beavers, now you change up. Kai, this will get it to sabi something.
Only 1 weekend it too sabi something. Why did they do like this?
Precious,
So
you see
just
for this
let
statement,
me
just
check
a
on
quick
this.
one, please. Precious, let me respond to this. Please, let me respond to that statement.
Oh, if I just wait,
Sorry,
make I just
sorry.
talk with you, I won't talk very quickly. Now you
Sorry,
make me
sorry,
forget
sorry.
them.
You see,
As
for
I forget
me,
them, you go
I don't know
remind
if
me.
I agree with me or I beg.
Just go ahead.
For me, it be like say Wiki don't they see he don't they see some kind sign. Say things not go road not go smooth. You see this preaching where they preach so. Now they beg the people so. If they try to deceive the people where they there. He don't they see the sign say the road not go it not go be as business as usual or waiting he do in the past. So now every time I just one drop. You continue. Sorry.
All right, thank you very much. So, and I wanted to correct something that IK Choosing said. He said your leader Peter Obi, and you said that when you were referring to the NDC situation. Just to take a note, Peter Obi is not the leader of NDC yet.
Yeah, I know.
He
It's
becomes
anything
the
next.
leader of that party when he holds the highest political position in that party. For now, he just did like any other newcomer and any other candidate for the party. And also referring to what Pius Moye said, that he said, how come Peter Obi and Kwankwaso are not following up with the primary election? So that again is more or less tantamount to them interfering on waiting the executives of the party they do, which they try not to do and act like they are very neutral. I feel, I don't know their mind, but I feel like that's what they are trying to do. And for people when they talk, say, I don't see a lot of people talk, say, I mean, across social media, people don't talk and say, oh, P2B, that is this thing that's happened to Aisha Yusufu is something that will never happen to under Tinubu. That Tinubu will make sure that he gets his people to win the primaries. He would make sure he secure the primaries for them. That means you are interfering in the primaries and ensuring that you use your influence to get your candidates who may or may not be qualified to become candidates of the party. And that's still, it's tantamount, it's just like you're imposing candidates on the party, which is not democratic. So are you people saying this just plainly to tell us that Tinubu has never been democratic all his life? Playing politics and being democratic is different. They're two different things. And also knowing governance is a different thing. So for people who will say, oh, Peter B is very selfish, he thinks about himself alone, he doesn't like to interfere. I am not Peter B, I'm not his spokesperson, but I'm imagining what I can do. I like due process a lot, and I like to respect myself. I don't like to do things that will bring me to disrepute or insult, because insults, they pay me for body well. So if you insult me, I fit insult you when we pass that one. So to respect myself, make me, put ourselves in that position. I like to respect myself a lot, and I respect people a lot. So if I decide to stay by my lane and make sure things are done, in accordance with due process, and you say that because of that, Obi is selfish because he's not helping others. Okay, how do you intend him to help others? By calling the state, since now the states now they say be the problem, state executives of the party, call the state executives. Hello, my name is Peter Obi. Will you now give Aisha this, or will you give this other person the position? That's what you want. Then that time people now start insulting him that he's imposing candidates. See, the person that wants to change Nigeria now, he's now what's like them. Not a person go do a good for them. For this country, not vex. I just make a mention.
Precious, you are completely 100%. That is what I was trying to explain. Mr. P2B Akwankwaso stayed away from. Like I talked about party supremacy.
And this is all like any other party. I mean, we had a situation where people are complaining in the PDP that P2B called. I can't tell you the things I know. Just like Benjamin will say, that things that you cannot talk about. We had a situation where the APC primaries. Person fit win election, they say they call Abuja call, make a no cut in. Say Abuja call, say make this person step down for this person. Then why allow them to go for primaries if you're still going to tell them to step down for this person? Which is part of why Ned Nwoko is angry today. True or false? Still Danjuma, your guy.
No, true.
Even to the extent that they even promised them.
Which is an assurance. It was an assurance by the president and the party hierarchy that he's going to make it. So is that politics you are talking about?
So you're telling me that politics is all about dribbling people, and that's what everybody should do.
I don't support that.
No, I'm talking about people who expect P2B to be like that. And people will not say, "Oh, you say you want a new Nigeria. Is this a new Nigeria of dribbling people, of saying something different and doing something different?" How about now? No, now.
Now they are greed. Now push those ones.
Let's tell ourselves the truth now. If you know what happened in the APC primaries, if you even know situations when governors were called, placed on phone, that person who won there should step down. These are things that we hear, we heard. They don't even come out, come talk for TV. That happened. And this cause came from Aso Rock, according to some people who said it. And then you're coming now to say that P2B should also follow same route. Then waiting be the change when one bring now. For people who are insulting him. Again, I'm not his spokesperson. I'm not a member of NDCO. I'm not an obedient to, just so you guys know. I'm apolitical. But if I see what is the way it is, I'll say it the way it is. If we also do, not gonna ready for me for our candidates win, now we be P2B lovers. Because if we win election, I'm gonna be greatest critic. I will criticize him, and maybe all of you will run away from this page because I'm criticizing him. But that is the truth.
No, Precious. If you just still go wrong, we go talk out. Don't worry. If you just still go wrong, we go blast out. If you misstep, we blast out. Don't worry about that.
I go take because of say I won't chop cow meat now. Can they call Manu uncle? I no go feel they do like that.
No. We love criticism. It's not a problem. To be honest with you, some people who are close to me or the people who I talk to over in Nigeria, I told them, listen, you don't expect Mr. P2B to get involved in what the party hierarchy is. It's not his business. He's just like every other party member. It is only when the list of the people that have won election has been made public by everybody. Now, if it comes to the state, for example, it goes to Delta and Brother Tony is one of the people who were nominated for the House of Representatives. That is the time he can campaign for you. He's not supposed to be part of whatever they are doing right now because it's not his business. He's only a party member. He can be expelled tomorrow because he's just following the rules. And that's why he was appealing to everybody the day he spoke to them. Listen, we should remember that this family is too big to accommodate everybody. If you don't win now, you win tomorrow, but losing will not make you to leave the family, So that's what he's supposed to. He's not gonna get involved. I am 1000% behind him. I don't want him to get involved in making anything. It's only when the names are made public and the party have decided it is Tony, it is Benjamin. If he has to, during the time of campaign, if he's the person that is in the ballot, that's when he can come and campaign for you. Not right now. It's just like Sereki Dixon is the leader of the party, and he and Kwankwacho can't do anything. They can only, they can only give their own input, say what they have to say. But the people that are running the show, they are not the people that are running the show, man. That's my appeal to Benjamin and those people that I talk to every day. Stop calling. Mr. Peter Obi cannot kill you for you. It's not going to come to Delta to say give Kempel or give the other person. It's not his business. You people should follow the constitution of your party. And as they say party supremacy is number one. They say those who say aye, everybody say aye. Is it now that they're going to come back to say no? No, because you said aye the day they asked the question in the midst of where you're making meeting. So let the party supremacy take over. What I agree with my brother Tony is that if they have known that this is what is going to happen, they should have told them, listen. For example, the issue of Aisha and some other people, listen, Mr. Pam or Mrs. Pam, that's the person we want her to go. You tell the person beforehand,
I agree with you. Just like we said, not overflogging the situation. I do hope that they have learned their lessons and they would look for a way to calm people down. And just like you guys stated earlier, to look at the bigger picture, the greater picture, and hope for the best. I hope that they would do that. And I also hope that the leaders of the party would keep pride aside and admit to their mistake. And perhaps if there are chances that they can substitute and go back to substitute some of these candidates that they may have obviously seen that they get as them be. But the good thing is that not just even them, even to the APC too, they see the team camp for their own candidates too. So there are some people that may or may not, even though Akpabio has, there was gossip, or there were gossips rather, that they may likely they may tinker with the constitution to get ticket for some of the people who are aggrieved. I know you heard that. So I probably don't talk, say, would they hear saying they talk, say, no get that kind of thing in mind. But whether you like it or not, they are not happy that these people are aggrieved. And especially people like Omo Agege, they will be very mad that he's moving to NDC. I not say Oga Sheriff, your uncle, T.Y. Danjuma, don't talk, say, don't be your uncle, now your brother said, no to senior you like that. I know say Sheriff, your brother don't come out, come talk, say, in beat Omo Agege before, in go beat him again. And which level you use beat Omo Agege before, those kind of things. And if they put on a two for re-wrestle ring, Omo Agege na we will call for you. So whether you like it or not, you see has some kind of subtle fear for Omo Agege. But say Bessin way be say that Daflon, she been a Daflon be named the guy win Omo Agege, and Daflon I don't forget his name. Dafineno. Oh, Dafineno. I sabi they forget that in name. Say that guy na Ibori guy. I know say even him, what did they call him, Mukowa, the rest of it, they still be Ibori guys them, and the rest of it. So, but that does not mean that if Omagio wants to catch them for secure one, they know. They know say in the person will know waiting they know. And go easy for that area. And that is why he may not run for governorship again, and the senatorial position is the easiest ticket for him to run. And he knows that he hold that in constituency well. So I just hope, maybe I can quickly take that video where we say, on a Senate President talk that thing very quickly, please.
I congratulate the political parties, one or two of which emanated from these chambers, that recently concluded their primaries and all the internal democratic processes. I felicitate particularly with those who have secured their mandates to represent their parties in the next election. I know that there will always be victories and disappointments, yet above every individual triumph stands the greater triumph, the triumph of democracy itself. And in this Senate, we are promised that we will have very few disappointments. And I do know that the Senate leader and the leadership of the Senate is working very hard towards that. So in advance, I will say congratulations to all of us across party lines.
All right. So he's spoken, and it doesn't look like he's going to further tinker with the Electoral Act to make any changes. I don't know if now my head just the see him like that, or another person head the see him like that. But however it is, I hope say the NDC very most importantly go fit calm all these people. Then we busy the vex. We're gonna focus on the big picture. This matter go long go. And I never even see waiting they come for now. You need to see what's going on. Why are you guys not coming together to hold INEC responsible for what's going on now? Why people need to see their name for inside the INEC register? These are things, the issues with their at hand, and not be NDC primaries. I want to yield the mic, like Laura would say, but I'd like to know if anybody has something to say as a parting shot.
Precious, just a quick one regarding that INEC deleting the names from the database and everything. You still going to help do a very big job on that in echoing these things, so that
Since how many days now? Almost every day while they come on here, they talk. But
so if we need everybody now, because all hands on decks now, all hands on deck. Everybody now needs to be echoing it in anywhere they are, because this criminality needs to stop. Because except, like they've been saying now, that except there will be no election in 2027. Because it's obvious now, everybody can see it. I'm happy now that as they do them, as the APC rigging machine they do them, they catch the right-handed. And I still they also they talk. I don't still repeat them for this your platform several times now. Say the NUT, that road transport union or whatever, where the other one day, where they say make it come up for them, not really come out. As they talk about that INEC database, we'll still talk about that one, because those are the two major rigging machines where these people get where they want use. So now what I want drop with that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other person has some parting shots? Where we'll let you guys go, or why you people let me go? Because this one, I will let my people go. I be fair, let Precious go. Well, before I let you guys go, there's this message from this elderly woman, and I think it's very important. Please let's listen to it.
If you know you are my fans, I beg you, go and get your PVC. Get your PVC. Show me in the comment section. Let me see that you have your PVC, so we can change Nigeria for our own good. Please get your PVC. Let's change Nigeria for our own good. Enough is enough. Mothers like me, I want to beg you. Do not collect rice. Do not collect money. We have sold our children's future enough. Enough is enough. We have sold our children's future by collecting rice at 500 naira. 1,000 naira. We have made a mistake. I have made a mistake. You have made a mistake. But let's come back. Let's stop making these mistakes. Please, I'm begging you. Everybody get your PVC. Please, those that was in my life yesterday, I told you the way you are going to get your.
Okay, so do we think that messages like this can be shared by you people and sent through WhatsApp messages to our village people, so that people would hear it and do the needful, and send to their mothers and press them to do the right thing? Because at the end of the day, when they invite for this, imagine if APC call for campaign for 2027 election later this year, and nobody, that is a lot of people, not turn out. Imagine how it could be. Nobody to bribe to fill up the stadium they wouldn't go use. Can you imagine how disastrous it will be for them? That would be a mad sign to show them that, look, Nigerians are tired. But true to the way Nigerians behave, Nigerians will collect money from them and go. Sometimes they will even play them. They will not pay. Because almost all the parties galvanize or mobilize like that. So this is not saying that APC pay people to mobilize people with payments to come for such events, because almost every party may have been guilty of that if that even ever happens. So how do you think it would pan out if Nigerians talk to their people in their villages, make una no come out, no matter what they give una collect the money disappoints them, una fit collect the money where she be, just come as more, run back, whatever it is, but don't come out. Do you think we can beat hunger to that level where we can say no to this kind of thing?
Precious, APC don't upgrade now. They are giving cards now, not be back or Friday.
Now women leaders they go give card before you go reach women leader position. You go take. Well, I just thought to drop that message. Let's think about it and think of how we can encourage our people across everywhere. May they at least do the right thing. Thank you so much to everyone who's been part of the show. It's almost 4 hours now. I'd like to say a big thank you for joining the show. IK Chosen, thank you. God bless you. MC, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to always have you here. Thank you so much and God bless you. T.Y. Danjuma, you be landlord now. God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good night and God bless you. To every other person who's been part of the show, God bless you. Let's continue to speak for the growth and development of our nation, Nigeria. Make we no give up. Make we know they like people the Israelites. You see, they see some of them see the land of Canaan, they see them, but they no go enter them. Make we see them, make we enter them, make we leave them, and make we be that experience. So you see with the envisage. I love you guys. Protect your mental health until we see you tomorrow evening. Good night. God bless you.